happening. A well-organized lie. A well-organized lie. Defeats a disorganized truth every time. Who we?
A pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. Pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling. Who do you believe in? People bringing misinformation when that information ain't disinformation, that's disinformation. Gotta know the difference in information, get information. With the pseudo killer army hunting pseudo, cause you gotta train your mind to fight against them pseudo judo. People with the scholarship salute, we give them kudos. But the people with that look of shit, we look and see straight through those like telescope. If you ain't speaking fast, we gotta tell them folks and let them know the truth of. You bringing malinformation to blast, then you the Ku Klux. Like say, don't talk me to death, bro, what the proof of? Good juju chillin', why you wanna go way bad juju Shalom boy got the tank in the cut. I'm in Sosa world plotting on the kick though with Kent. Come in Tiffany gave me the pseudo names on the list and said went and got the low. Anthony got him in the scope, Gullah and Gozy. Make sure DNA ain't a problem for them folks, cause a pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. Pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey.
We're not attacking individuals. We're attacking the information and attacking the methodology. This is a long time coming right here. Let them know that we right there, running neck and neck with all other communities. We will not be left behind.
Black African power. Black African power. What's good? What's happening? What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie. A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth. Every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I come to do what I got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. I'm a proud African-American, man. Look, I got a guest, right? Bring him on. Call himself Cater, the Chief. Kamara. Old friend of mine. He want to have a conversation. We'll have a conversation before the show gets started, right? Make sure y'all like and subscribe to his channel, right? The brother always treated me good, though. Always put me in the forefront. Gave me an award, all that. He always been on my side, no matter what. What's up, Chief? How you doing, man?
My brother, long time. How you feeling?
I'm all right, man. What's your channel so they can go there and check you out? What you got going?
No, you know it's Sankore African Society, and I got a promotion. I'm no longer chief. I'm Mansa K. I'm the first crown Mansa that was born here in America by the Mali and Mandinka tradition. So it's Mansa K now.
All right, there you go.
I got the big draws, man. Big draws. All right. Hey, man, why you don't play my song, The Goddamn White Man? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I ain't doing all that. You tripping? God, send it to me again. We don't share them same views. I don't know.
Yeah.
What is it? Right. So listen, and listen. You know, I ain't even. You know what? I didn't even meet. I ain't meeting Gozy through you or vice versa. You was in Atlanta, and you realize that the goals he was on the Raw squad. Ain't that how it went? And he
No,
knew.
no, I heard Ngozi cussing out. I think it was he cussing out somebody. And he said on Vice Lord. That's how I
Uh,
shot my Lord too. So then you introduced it. That
oh,
was
okay,
damn near
okay.
15, that's about 15, 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That's how that went.
Like, like I met you back in 2006 or
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6, something like that. We met. Yeah,
Yeah,
we go way back in
all
the
the way
day.
back, yo. Mm-hmm.
And using
Yeah,
Wolf
you
was
bring me in
young.
to speak. Bring me in to speak all kind of shit. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Crazy.
we got together and worked at the Vice Lords and Crips feed the homeless,
Oh
all that
yeah,
good
we
stuff.
sure did. Then we got the gangs of guys. I remember that. We had to do that again, yo. We sure did. Me and Yanga. Yeah, boy, the man got the
Yeah, yeah,
got the. Do we got the footage of that, yo? When we sit and talk to the gangs, yo, was rocking.
yeah.
Do we got that footage?
Minister Minister Eric Muhammad got it bad at me. So
Are you
getting
beefing
mad
with
at
him?
me. Oh no, we had that debate on Sunday TV, and he's mad. He ain't talking to me since, man. He said he my
Why you didn't
friend
get
no
the
more for that
footage from
debate.
him? Why you didn't get the footage from him first? Man, you don't know how to do it. God damn.
But I kept asking him to get it. But yeah,
Ah,
man, I know you got your show to go on, but this whole thing with this
what you got?
FDA foolishness, this
Yeah, I don't
FDA
agree with that.
foolishness, this
I don't agree with that.
Tariq Nasheed, and I say no black man, no African can be an American, not possible.
Oh yeah,
As
you.
Malcolm said, we one of the 43 million victims of America and Americanism. Brother Malcolm X said, "You go to if I you invite me to dinner and I don't get a plate, dinner, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there." So we back at this whole 400 years, still mistreated, still shot down, still second class citizens in so nation with mass incarceration. There are more black men in prison, on parole, on probation than was in 1850 on the height of slavery. So we still facing modern day, which is the prison industrial complex. So we're not Americans. We're victims of America. It's not an American dream. It's an American nightmare. And Malcolm, his enemy, came through me. This is the assassination of his death, which is what 50, 60 years ago. So
His
again,
birthday today,
we're
ain't it?
not. No,
Well,
no,
he
it's
died
it's
today. What
the
was it?
yeah, it
Did
was
he die?
assassinated February
Assassinated.
21st. Yeah, 1965 at the Audubon Ballroom. Was
Mm,
assassinated. Louis
mm,
Farrakhan had something to do with it. You
mm.
know, Farrakhan was involved in it.
You
So
wow.
so we oh he
There
no
you go.
definitely has something to do with it.
Mm.
He, he was at the Newark Mosque, uh, waiting for the news to come back that he was assassinated. And after he's assassinated, he got there, made a smart comeback, and said, "Now that things are back to normal, we shall proceed." No empathy for his brother. I mean, nothing. I don't care how could you be a brother of a man and then celebrate his death and he didn't do nothing to you.
Well, that's
Spoke
that
to him, wife,
Muslim business for you. That's that Muslim
yeah,
business.
yeah, white,
That's your business. Ain't you a
yeah,
Muslim
white.
chief? Ain't you a Muslim?
Brother,
Well,
you
you
know I'm
stop.
African, man. I'm African. You don't understand that. I'm African. You know what I am. See, why you always trying to? I'm an African.
Let me
I'm
ask
race
you this,
first.
man. Let me ask you this, bro. Why
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
always trying to not? Why you think you can't be an African American? Yo, you tripping? I don't agree with you on that. I'm a proud African American, yo. You know what I'm saying? America don't
You
make
don't.
me. I make America, yo. You hear me? I'm gonna say this again. I'm saying I make America. America don't make me, bro. I'm gonna take advantage of everything I can take advantage of, yo, because I can. Not to mention that we know we old. That ain't even the thing. But I'm looking at it from if it's there to get. Everybody put their pants on the same way we do, bro. I'm not gonna sit back and act like that ain't a reality, bro. So whatever it is, right, I'm gonna push through it and make it better for the next generation. What say you? I know you don't agree with that, but what say you, Chief?
Well, I don't call myself what my slave master called his son. You on a big plantation, and you don't let master dictate what to call you. Master said we Americans, so we American. Master said it, so no. You are African, who is
Oh,
who is the victim of America. African was robbed of his name, language, religion, God, folk, way, mores, and norm, given the identity of a sadistic devil. And now we run around here calling ourselves American. No, we fought in every world war. No, we don't fight. We should never fight for our slave masters. They sick black people and their enemies. And like the good attack dog, we went. So that's nothing to be proud of. Like I said, we cannot be, Americans, brother. It's not possible. It's an
Yeah, well,
insult to our ancestors.
you sound like you in the 50s with that speech right there, bro. Yeah, and the youngers
Well,
ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that.
well,
You got to
because the
bring that
devil
to the
was
space.
okay.
We space age Africans, yo. You in the 50s right now, yo. You gotta relax that, yo.
Well, hey,
I hear it was a
ain't nothing
place for
about
that.
the
It was
fifties.
a place for that.
Ain't
Was,
nothing about
yo.
no fifties.
I'm
It's
telling
what's
you, bro.
necessary. It's the truth. It's the
Yeah.
truth.
I agree. Back then, yo, I agree. But I don't like to take away from the accomplishments, right? It seemed like you act like, we ain't pushed forward. I don't like that. I don't like when
No,
people
no,
make
no
the
one said.
assertion that we have not pushed forward, we have not changed things. That I'm saying, we ain't everything. We ain't did everything. There's a lot to fight for, yo. There's a whole lot to fight for. But I'm saying now we got better tools, and we just I'm saying we can continue to push forward, yo. I ain't saying we there. Hell, humanity ain't there, but for sure African Americans ain't there, right? But there's a lot of reflection that we do on self these days. We look at ourselves and we figure out what it was, right, that allowed us to get in that situation, yo, and we tackle it, bro. That's what the youngest is doing these days. They ain't sitting back. They know their history, right? They recognize where they came from. They recognize the struggle, right? They love Malcolm and all that. They understand indigenous Africans, yo. We different, yo. We African Americans, yo. We get it now. We take advantage of what we know, yo, and learn what we don't. What the novel was, okay? All right, there you go. Man. What we say? You say I'm not an African American on Foreman is crazy. Chicagoland all day. Funny. All right, so here we go. Set it up for you. We're talking about the EU right now. Emergency use authorization. All right. Here we go. Let's see what he say.
The November 3rd timing to have an EUA before November 3rd. That's not what this was about. So that the struggle I'm talking about is that Trump has made many announcements. There's going to be this vaccine approval before November 3rd, and even as of last night, he was on Twitter amidst his other, flurry of postings, where he basically went after Steve FDA because he had done this, even though the White House had signed off on it, as Artie just had summarized. So this is unlike anything I've ever seen. I mean, you were commissioner of the FDA, Rob, but after all these years, I never saw something that would be made of so politicized, so ridiculous. It's not even the EUA that's the issue. It's the idea of using it as a way to win or influence an election. That's what's so scary here.
Right.
So
The same person who wouldn't wear a mask is using the vaccine or trying to use the vaccine as a way to, sway the voting. I mean, it's just incredible.
yeah, so I mean,
Yeah, so that's Trump doing that. That ain't the scientists. That ain't the FDA. That's him swaying that and playing that game like that. Let's call out who it is. Don't blame the immunologists and the virologists. That's the point I'm making. Yeah, Trump's a wild guy, man. He stay wild. I try to tell you. Yeah, using political maneuvering and all that. Come on, man. So we're absolutely right on the science and what it was. Okay. So now we're gonna get into the drugs that was pushed through. All right, let's get into that real quick. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Or maybe I could play it from right here where she at. Let's see.
and I think we'll definitely get into the very strange politics of the November 3rd date. But there also has been a little bit of a history that some of our audience members, when they signed up, asked us about with the FDA as well, regrettably perhaps, with EUAs for convalescent plasma and hydroxychloroquine. So is that part of, let me just turn to you, Eric, since you seem to be perhaps the more skeptical of the two with respect to EUAs. Is that part of your background concern as well, or is it simply the November 3rd piece of it that is playing into it?
Well, I know. I think the November 3rd piece is the culmination of. So first in March, there was the EUA for hydroxychloroquine with no data to support it, which had to be withdrawn in June when there was no data to support it and risks that were confirmed. And then there was the EUA for convalescent plasma that was trumpeted with a quote, very historic press conference the night before the Republican National Convention with ridiculous claims of a 35% reduction of mortality. So the whole thing was just a fiasco, and it's never actually been corrected. So anyway, those were precedents now. The FDA basically caved to the whims of the administration. That's not how I would understand EUAs to be used. There may well have been good reasons for EUAs in both those circumstances, but not because the president is exerting pressure and there's obvious subservience of the FDA to the administration. That doesn't seem right.
Oh, I agree.
Now let's hear the response. Remember this guy right here. He was actually the let me get his name again. He was the commissioner for the FDA. Okay, let's hear what he's saying. This is a great conversation. See, nobody's actually hiding nothing, right? When the experts are having the conversation, it's important to hear both sides and see what they're saying, as to not to allow the pseudo to take advantage of it, because that's what pseudos do. They mix in, they mix the truth and falsehoods, and they strangely mix it. Okay, so that would be Eric right there, Dr. Eric speaking. No. That would be Robert Califf. All right, he was the FDA commissioner from 2016 to 2017. The guy that was speaking was Dr. Eric. Okay, here we go. See what he has to say about that.
With Eric. It's more fun to disagree with Eric. That makes it a lot more fun to have the discussion. But the former commissioners across the political spectrum, I mean, including Scott, who was a Scott Gottlieb, who was a Trump appointee, and Peggy, who was Obama's first appointee, and me, and Mark McClellan, who dates back to the George Bush days. We wrote an op-ed about the convalescent plasma because of the concern that what really needed to be done was to get the trials done. And I would say the same for hydroxychloroquine. I mean, there was a theoretical basis and a lot of people were using it. So the key was to get the trials done, which showed it didn't work. And I think convalescent plasma, I think it's still unknown. It's notable that the recovery trial in the UK has now enrolled over 1,000 people in a convalescent plasma trial, and it hasn't been stopped. So if there was a 35% reduction in mortality with an underlying 25% mortality rate, it would be highly likely that the trial would have been over, probably at 400 to 500 patients enrolled. I do want to also mention there's, I thought, Artie, you might bring this up, but there is a new situation today with the monoclonal antibodies, which are now submitted to the FDA for EUA. And that one I'm actually, of course you have to see the data, and the FDA actually gets to look at the raw data. I've seen the tabulations, but not the raw data. But if it looks as good as the raw data, that one I would feel pretty good about going forward with.
What about you, Eric, on the
All right, so this is a high-level conversation. All right, about some doctors talking about the information in the field. Okay, so and that was back then. So as we look back then, wasn't nobody hiding it. Never allow the president to sway you on any daggone thing. And they was trying to use politics, right, for this next election. They was trying to use that. He ended up losing, of course, right? But the mixed messaging actually came from the president. Like doing some unprecedented things. Now, you know why he was able to do those unprecedented things? Because we was in a wild situation called a pandemic. Those things come around, what, every 100 years or so, man? This is very interesting right there. The climate was ripe for misinformation. The climate was ripe for political sway. All right. But what this conversation shows you is they got it right, though. Even if something got pushed through, right? The chloroquine, I know I'm saying it wrong, they snatched it back.
Chloroquine. You got it.
Chloroquine,
Still
chloroquine, yeah.
fine.
They snatched it back. See? So I think, Juju, people have this idea of science and stuff like that being perfect, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
That's
Absolute.
not,
Perfect and absolute.
and humans are absolute and perfect in using. That's crazy. You should always look to they got it right. You know, I always talk about tell you who I talk about. My man who was trying to find Robert Sinclair, right? I give the story of Robert Sinclair, and he was trying to find the age of the earth. All right, by measuring the amount of lead in the atmosphere. All right. And he kept getting this wild reading. So he actually developed the first clean room. Right. So he went to this, he developed a clean room, meaning no outside air and stuff could get in, right, and contaminate his experiment. But it was still giving the same reading. What he found out was that extra lead that was in the air that he was wanting to use to measure how old the earth was actually coming from gasoline products, leaded gas. A lot of y'all not even you're not even old enough to recognize that when you go to the pump now, you have unleaded gas. But there's a time when you didn't have unleaded gas. All gas had lead in it. And so that high reading was based off of the product they was using in the gas, right? Which had a lead base to it. It was killing humanity, right? So science figured it out. But guess what? Sinclair was getting his funding from the big oil companies, right? Think about the petroleum industry. So they brought out scientists, right, to go against his findings. You don't want to change the gas and lose a lot of money, right? Don't take the lead out the gas. Okay, so they fought, all right? And of course, he lost at the time, right? He lost all his funding, all that. Bye-bye, right? And so the issue came up again. They say, well, hell, where's the foremost authority on the lead gas? Let's get Robert Sinclair. It's about 10 years later. Come back, they rechecked it again. Congressman rechecked it again, and they was like, yeah, Sinclair, you right. So I'm not saying science is perfect, yo, but that's the only thing you actually got. It's not science fault. It's not the FDA fault that the person that held the highest office was using political sway to push wild ideas at times. But they always go back and get that right. And they got it right in real time. Didn't take them the whole administration to get that right. They took it off the market. Okay, you was about to say something, Juju?
No, I was saying, actually, the amount of due diligence to get it right and have something that was effective in the time frame that they did, and the rate of transparency or the level of transparency that was taking place. Like I don't get it. You'll never ever get as much information as we've gotten on this vaccine about anything else. Like half the stuff that people go to the doctors for, you don't know the level of details of what they're doing or the stuff they're giving to you, like for the vaccine. So I just don't get what's the pushback. Scientists, the science is telling you when it's getting it right, it's telling you when it's getting it wrong, it's telling you when it's okay. And they're being very transparent about that. They're not hiding it. They're not lying. They have families and friends, lives at stake also. It becomes a very human at that point. They don't want their family or friends, being affected. And they
No.
don't care about what color you are. Come on.
Yeah, that's
The
ridiculous.
farthest
Yeah,
thing from their minds.
yeah, it's real.
Yeah, that would be race science. And science has parameters nowadays for that. Like they have the pseudo alert when race science comes up. So
Oh, all day. Hmm. All day. All right, let's hit the next piece.
The body question, just, I know that's a little bit off topic, but we will mention it just briefly.
Well, I've been excited about the monoclonals. They're potent neutralizing antibodies, and well before President Trump received that on Friday last week, I think there was our best promise for a therapy that could get us out to the vaccine, and may even well be useful when vaccination is starting, because
Mhm.
it is so potent. So we have high expectations. We don't have a lot of data, but we have 2 phase 2 trials that have been reported, and they both look encouraging. There you can see where an EUA would have rationale. I don't think that either trial cinched it of these phase 2. They just had supportive data for reducing viral load and some suggestion of outcomes improvement. In the Lilly trial, it was, reducing hospitalization to some extent, but without a good dose response. And then in the Regeneron trial, it was just medical visits. It was not even it was softer than Lilly. But, together, I think it's a good case. In fact, many of these things could have been well suited for an EUA. It's just the circumstances that were involved. And that, I think, is the troubling part of this.
Yeah, so Artie, I actually don't think it's off topic, because if you look at this as a continuum, you got hydroxy, which just had no basis
Mhm.
other than theory and no credible evidence that it was beneficial. You had convalescent plasma, which had a single arm registry and a couple of randomized trials that were not positive, that may have had trends. So, and then you got this one, which we should pause a second and just comment on the triumph of. I mean, to me, it was the way the system was supposed to work. You had a new virus with a pandemic, and the biomedical industry went to work between academia and industry. They actually got samples of people that had been infected and developed a monoclonal antibody, one from a U.S. person, one from a Chinese person, interestingly, in the Lilly case. And they've done very highly controlled, placebo-controlled clinical trials measuring the biomarker and the clinical outcomes.
He talked that talk. He's talking about the gold standard. We talked about it, Juju, the clinical trials. That's the gold standard there. Got to go through the clinical trials. Okay. All right. I just wanted y'all to touch up a little bit with some experts and just hear the conversation how it go, right? And so now we roll forward to now, and we see how effective that vaccine was in allowing us to go back outside. People, vaccines, and I'm gonna show you an example. Vaccines work so well they did their own worst enemy.
yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy how well they work. They
right.
work so well that they their own worst enemy. It's crazy as hell right there. Because you think that you forget. And I'm gonna bring up a disease that everybody forgot about.
Hmm.
All right. This is what everybody forgot about right here. All right. It's just disappeared.
Hmm.
You got the measles thing, right, Juju?
Yeah,
Let's
I
put up
do
the measles
believe.
thing. The measles, y'all
They
don't know
said
about the
the
measles.
video was low a little bit, so my apologies for not
Yeah,
telling
my
you sooner.
apologies on that. I thought I
Yeah,
turned it up.
rubella.
Rubella.
Yeah,
Rubella. We got it right here.
yeah.
We got the measles cases right here. Okay. All right, measles cases in 2025. I want to see the chart. There you go, right here. See how they rise? See that rise right there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Look back in 2024. All right. Steady. All right. A lot of that misinformation start cooking. Look at the rise. All right. Look at the rise. All right. And let's roll back a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
Y'all think that the shit ain't wasn't dangerous. Look, it's craziest thing is crazy. Hold on, let me get you the let's get to the measles real quick. All right. Real quick. Okay. Because y'all don't think measles was dangerous. Y'all think it was just a. I don't want to go to the. Let me see. Right here. Can you see that, Juju?
Yeah, yes, I can.
Go ahead.
So, in ancient times, accurate records of measles fatalities are scarce, but historical accounts suggest that measles was a highly deadly disease, especially before the development of vaccines.
I think that's the key point right there. So anybody telling you anything different don't know what the hell they're talking about. Go ahead. Let's deal with some key highlights.
Ancient origins. Measles is believed to have originated around 500 AD from a virus that crossed over from cattle, rinderpest virus,
All right. That's called a zoonotic transfer. Go ahead.
zoonotic.
Zoonotic.
Um, the first known description of measles was by a Persian physician, Al-Razis, in the 9th century, who differentiated it from smallpox.
Mhm.
Medieval and early modern periods. Measles outbreaks were frequent and often deadly, especially in populations without previous exposure. The Americas after European contact.
Remember I told you that? Remember I told you they brought a lot of diseases because they had the what? They had the old world
Diseases.
immunity
Mm.
ran into the new world immunity. So that was the first time that those measles was introduced to the immune system of the Native Americans.
They
Deadly.
would
Go
have
ahead.
been novel to the Native
Mhm.
Americans.
Go ahead.
Right.
Pre-Columbian society.
Yeah, in pre-Columbian societies, indigenous populations were particularly vulnerable due to a lack of immunity. Measles, along with smallpox, significantly contributed to the collapse of Native American populations, with mortality rates estimated at 50% to 90%. Lots of scholars round that off to about 80%, or a little higher, of the population. And
What? Native American population mortality rates estimated 50 to 90% in some.
yeah, I've seen some say 88% of the population was
Wasn't no
decimated
wasn't no fight, was it, yo?
by
After
New
the
World.
diseases ran through, that was the weapon, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the bio
What?
weapon.
Death in
Yeah,
community, 50% of them to 90% of them, yo.
yeah,
They ain't
crazy.
even had to fight them, yo.
No. No.
Look, you know what we call that, right? We call that the luck of the draw,
Mm.
right? The luck of the draw.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you got a 50-50 chance. You either gonna live or die.
No, not that. I'm saying
Oh, shoot,
that
that's worse than the luck of the
Europeans.
draw.
I'm making a point, not off of that. I'm making a
I'm
point
sorry.
that the Europeans had the luck of the draw in this situation.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They got
Ain't
over.
like they came over there. Hey, we're gonna give them some smallpox, some measles, and wipe them out. That ain't how that went down.
No,
Later on, they started to figure it out, and they would infect the blankets, put small box in the blankets,
right.
and give them the blankets. They started using their advantage. The wildest thing ever.
But they didn't know. They didn't know that that was going to happen.
No, they ain't know.
They
No,
didn't know.
crazy. Go ahead. Global mortality estimates.
Yeah, in Europe during the Middle Ages and Renaissance, measles epidemic killed thousands in densely populated urban areas. In the 18th and 19th centuries, measles. I mean, I'm trying to think about that. Oh, I was, right around the corner. Measles is one of the leading causes of childhood mortality worldwide.
Hold
Case
on. It was
fatality,
the what?
the
It's the what?
leading cause childhood
Mm.
mortality around the world,
Worldwide, not just worldwide,
worldwide.
man. Go
Mhm.
ahead.
Case fatality rates range from 10% to 30% in under um m-
Nourished.
undernourished
Mhm.
populations or those lacking adequate medical care.
Mhm.
Pre-vaccine era 1900s. In the 20th century, before the vaccine's introduction in 1963, measles caused about 2.6 million deaths per year worldwide.
That's per
In the
year.
United In the United States alone, it led to approximately 500,000 cases annually. Approximately 500 100,000 cases annually, resulting in about 500 deaths, 48,000 hospitalizations, and 1,000 cases of encephalitis, brain
Brain
swelling,
swelling.
each year.
Mm,
Oh, that is not good. Golly, encephalitis ain't no joke.
mm-mm.
That's straight coma. Um,
Oh man.
Yeah, it's bad. I know people. Throughout ancient and pre-vaccine history, measles was the leading cause of death, particularly among children and immunologically native populations. Mean they have, the immune system. Although precise historical death tolls are unavailable, it is clear that millions perished due to measles across centuries, making it one of the most deadly infectious diseases in human history. Making it one of the most deadly infectious diseases in human history. Measles, rubella.
Okay, Juju. Why in the hell would I bring up measles? Because most y'all don't even know what the hell it is.
Yeah, rubella.
Like what?
Yeah.
Y'all saying measles ain't nothing. Y'all sitting there saying in a vaccinated society that ain't nothing. What?
Yeah,
I heard them say the chicken pox, that is nothing. Yeah. You know why it ain't nothing?
because you ain't
Because
never
vaccines work so well. You don't
that
even remember
too.
it.
You ain't never had it.
That
You
ain't
don't
it. You
know.
never had it, never seen nobody with it.
Nope.
Most y'all ain't never see the person with it. And we saying that was one of the most deadly. Think of let's take it slow. I hope this point come across well. I'm trying to tell you that measles is one of the most infectious and deadly diseases. You're saying you're making that up, Unc. I'm saying no, you just have been afforded the protection of vaccines, so it's nothing to you. You can say, it's nothing. You can
Mhm.
play with it. You can say, I don't even get my kids ain't getting the MMR, and they ain't getting none of that. Yeah, because guess what? Because the kids around them are vaccinated. You can play the little game. But as soon as them vaccination rates start to slip, here come back again. See, because it ain't went nowhere. Trying to tell you. No matter what somebody tell you, it's hard for me to make you understand that people used to get polio. Yeah, we could put the numbers in all day. Why you think polio rates went all the way down? Not because we prayed for it. Big up to Atheist Friday, too. Not because you prayed for it, not because God, your God, came and changed that situation, because high level medical science changed that. Humanity used their brain and thought it out. Yeah, vaccine is their own worst enemy, man. So I'm telling you now, you don't even have you can't even you don't have nothing to measure from. Okay, chicken pox, all that. My age group used to get chicken pox. My kids don't know what the hell we talking. What the who? Yeah, I think that's an important part right there. I'm gonna drop this link right in 5 minutes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop the link now. We get our conversation in. It's Atheist Friday. Y'all want to talk about God? You beat up on somebody, God. Right? We can talk about this conversation. It's important. We're gonna always touch that in there. All right. Yeah, I'm always up for the healthy conversation. Don't come up here howling and screaming, acting crazy. All right. We're gonna get beat up. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, Juju.
Not today.
Not today, because we ran out of time. Juju said she had a limited time, and I'm respectful of her
I
time.
mean, who wants to be a guest co-host?
When now?
Where you at, Kyle?
Or what?
Shoot.
You talking for now?
Yeah.
Nah.
Then
When
you
you
can
ready
go
to go?
longer. I don't want you to go
Nah, I gotta
short.
get up early. I actually gotta get up early. Yeah,
Oh,
that's the truth. Yeah, I got.
Lakota
I
do
got
it
some
for
business.
me.
I got some. Yep, Lakota do it for you.
She know how to
She
she
should, but
could do it.
Lakota's scared to get up here though.
She not scared.
Lakota. Woo, 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 woo.
Don't do my Lakota, you can get him, girl.
She has the name Lakota.
Oh, Nahisi here. Oh, send him the
That's
link.
my
Come
man
up here,
right there,
Nahisi.
Nahisi.
Look at God.
Man, he got it. Man, my man engaged, man. Big up Nahisi, man, to his beautiful fiance.
You say you got your. She gonna get you. Yeah. Yeah. She gonna put
Big
a
up to
spell on her
Nahisi, though,
dreams.
man. Nahisi, my man, right there, yo.
Dakota.
And big up to his beautiful fiance, man. She a good woman, man.
Facts. Congratulations
Yep.
on your
Beautiful
engagement.
woman, strong black woman, and I mean just intelligent and serious. And then they got a heck of a football player over there too. And it ain't Nahisi, they son. Yeah. When I can, I go see him play. I've seen him play a couple times, man. I missed the last couple games. The last couple years. I want to catch. I want to see what he's doing now, yo. I know he got that in. He's got that in his blood, yo. All right, so we're gonna be right here, Juju. Here we go.
Hit that
All right.
button. Hit that button, Nahisi.
That EUA. We're gonna do
Somebody.
that EUA. Yeah, which one comment here?
Who? Mac
Um,
Rob.
Nazi.
No.
All right, here we go. So the
Oh, he
EUA,
here?
because
Let
that's
him
what I'm
up.
talking about.
He
I'm
can
gonna let him up.
host.
We're gonna do his
How can you
presentations
stick
first. We
around
got
all
3
day?
slides, and then we're gonna get them in.
Okay.
So
I
this is the
gotta get it
EUA.
in.
This is the EUA.
I
This
get
is
my
part
stuff.
1. Go ahead, Juju.
Development. Vaccine makers develop vaccine to be tested.
Hold
For
on.
emergency
Hold on. So right there,
part 1 of
vaccine
vaccine
makers.
development process. Sorry.
All right, so vaccine makers develop vaccines to be tested. It's the first thing that's gonna happen. Right. It's either gonna go to FDA approval or FDA emergency use authorization. Go ahead, Juju.
Yeah, so federal FDA emergency use authorization. Testing and production happens at the same time. Testing and
Mhm.
production happens at the same time. I'm reiterating stuff because people don't get it. Followed by approval and then distribution.
Come on. So y'all see that? Y'all see what's happening here? Wrap your mind around that. Because we trying to figure out, yo, how did it go fast?
Because they was testing
At
and
the same
producing
time.
at the same time.
Go
FDA
ahead.
approval. Testing happens first, followed by approval, then production, and then distribution.
Hey, Juju, you know what people don't think about?
What?
When you're normally trying to test a vaccine, right? You know it's hard to find participants.
Mhm.
But when you're in the middle of a pandemic, how many participants do you have?
Everybody, the whole population, damn near.
Yep, got the hope, and then you got thousands of people signing up to
Facts.
take the
Because
signing up to be in the test. You know
look, them
why?
people was going to jail trying to skip them lines, so I know darn well they ain't had no problem.
I ain't no. Oh, you talking about skipping line? No, I'm saying wanting to get tested. Wanting to try the vaccines on their head because there's plenty to go around at this time.
But I'm saying
Everybody's catching it.
if it was that bad to get in lines, they had no problem finding people to test. Okay,
There you go. Right, right.
People were
I'm saying, listen.
willfully volunteering.
Right, you've seen them on TV. So I'm trying to show y'all that all that's normally it's gonna take longer because you got to find somebody. Right, the thing ain't popping. They be like, "Well, I ain't just taking no test. Ain't nobody signing up for it." Hey,
Right,
Juju, nobody signing up for it. But circumstances, the human characters start to come out of people. They start being heroes. I ain't saying I was a hero. Montoya did. I signed up for it. I ain't get called. I don't know. I don't know. My point is
a couple people I know
right.
did.
Okay, so it was right.
I think
plenty of corona to go around.
You did, and somebody else. Yeah, a couple people.
All right, so it's plenty of that to go around. So y'all see the two sides. It's either going to go to they're going to develop the vaccines, then they go to the FDA approval. The testing is going to happen first. They're going to test it first, followed by approval, and then production and distribution. But it went to the emergency use authorization, right? So testing and production happen at the same time. Here we go. Go ahead, Drew. There you go.
Production. Large amounts of the vaccine are made. Testing. Part 2 of vaccine development and process. Testing. Clinical trials are conducted in 3 phases. Small numbers of generally healthy people to assess safety and effectiveness. Hundreds of people with different health conditions and from diverse demographic groups. And then thousands of people across demographic groups and immune responses are compared against placebos.
On the other side, right here, production. Large amounts of vaccines are made. They're already being made. Look, y'all, they're being made. They're already in the bottle. They're in the bottle already and made while they being tested. Y'all see that? See the human? See the small scale testing with the 1, 2, 3, 4 people? Then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. These represent the different numbers and it gets larger on that side. I'm gonna say this again. At the same time that they're going through the 3 stages, 1, 2, and 3, which is the gold standard in any medical test, right? Population, and then at the same time, simultaneously, they're putting it in a bottle already. Over here, you got to go through the clinical trials are conducted in 3 phases. Remember? Phase 1, phase 2, small amounts, hundreds of people, thousands of people, right?
Right.
Same here, hundreds of people, small amounts, hundreds of people, thousands of people there. But while they doing that, they're already putting it in the bottle. So how much time would that save? See what I'm saying, Juju? See?
Lots of time.
Lots of time there, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Boop. There you go. Now what?
Approval. This is the third part 3 of vaccine development process.
Mhm.
Approval. Vaccines. Vaccine maker applies for emergency use authorization.
Mhm.
Vaccine maker applies for. Oh, sorry. Okay. Damn, I'm supposed to go. Yeah. Vaccine maker applies for biological license application, a BLA. If the FDA determines that the vaccine is safe and works, it will grant a license for the vaccine. Distribution, the vaccine is sent out into communities to be used. Production, large amounts of the vaccine are made. Distribution, the vaccine is sent out into communities to be used. What's the top of that?
It's just vaccine.
No approval. That's weird how they did that chart though. What's on top of approval and what's on top of the other? There's nothing on top of that. That's weird. I feel like it's cut off. But okay. I think one is for emergency use and one is for FDA
Okay, here you go. Here you go, G.
because something's missing.
There you go. I ain't actually
Because it's
missing.
being repetitive for a reason.
No, it's on different sides of it. Let me show you. Look,
I need to see the top.
look, ain't no top. See? Nothing was there.
Yeah, it is. Go back up. So
Wait,
one is
right
go
here.
up, go up.
What?
So it is FDA approval, emergency use.
Yeah,
So
you
there's
forgot. You must have forgot. It was always there. It was
no,
in the
but it
slide.
was clear to see it, so I can repeat it because it was
Hmm?
nothing,
No, go ahead. What you saying?
nothing.
Oh, it was always. You had to remember the size, though. Look, this would probably been better
Yeah,
to do.
I thought it was a whole nother slide. That's why I didn't know it was continuing the same slide as what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, it was retarded on me. Could have done it this way, right? But and so you see it's on 2 different sides. When you go when in normal situation, it's going to slide on over to the right as you're looking at it. FDA approval. We got to go through that, the tests and all that. Then you got to do this. But look, that's already in distribution, yo. Look at that.
Right.
See that? Most people can't wrap their mind around this. It's definitely a faster process, yo. Vaccines are already in the community, right? On the other side, while they still in production, large amounts of vaccine, and then vaccines are sent into the communities. So they save the step by combining the step. See? There you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Very intelligent right there. And guess what? You still go through you still go through all the gold standard. None of that changed. People will say, yo, but they left. No, they didn't skip anything. They just combined them. How about that? All right, bring my man up right here. You back to I'm not arguing with you over that. I'm not doing that. That we never. What's going on there, Nazir Lee? What's up with you, man? Hey man, make sure to hit that cash app, man. Show some love, man.
What's good? What's good, y'all?
You know
Yeah,
what it is. What's up, man?
yeah.
What's up?
The way, let me say this, man. I'm not a advocate for not taking vaccines.
Oh,
I think.
stop
Hold
it.
on, wait a
Stop.
minute, bro. Wait a minute. I think vaccines are very important. They're necessary. They're
Stop.
vital. So, if you decide to not take a specific one, please do your own independent research. Do not mirror those who say they're not taking this or that. Don't mirror those individuals. Do your own personal research. And the reason I got to say that disclaimer, because I don't want to seem like that guy. Because I got vaxxed when I was young. My parents got vaxxed, right or wrong, however indifferent whoever may feel like, on what side of the argument you take. I'm an advocate for them. My daughter has been vaxxed. My wife has been vaxxed. It was just that decision, and I sent you some of the homework that I did around that time to your
Yeah,
email.
pseudo work.
And it's
Pseudo work.
4 articles in there, all from credible
Nope.
peer-reviewed sources.
Where you sending that?
Also, I'm also getting ready to send you another one. So that way, if you want me to briefly walk you through it
I
and
don't want you
show
to walk
you,
me through it.
because
No, no, no.
what panels typically do, especially black panels, because we're a
Where
little
you sending
snappy,
that?
we're a
Especially
little,
black panels.
yeah,
Black panel.
especially black panels,
Really?
What
because
about black panels?
we're a little snap. Well, let me finish. We're a little snappy, we're a little gossipy, we're a little playful, and we do it differently when we're on
Now we're snappy
more
because we're
mainstream
black.
panels. You know what I mean? No, I'm saying because we assume.
Oh,
We
Jesus
assume. So
Christ.
the other day when I was speaking,
Nazir Lee, where's the
both of
article at?
you,
You sent a video.
I sent them to your
We,
email. It's a
we
video
don't
also.
care. You
Oh,
It's a
okay.
good. Do
video.
what
It's
you
a video
Okay.
want.
also.
We don't have to revisit that. This ain't
Because
about you.
you assumed though, Juju. You
I didn't.
assumed.
I didn't sue
Yes, you
nothing.
did. Yes, you did. You
I
don't
know
even
I
know. See what I'm
didn't.
saying? Look what you're doing right
No, it
now.
wasn't assumption. It
Look
was
what you're
weighing the
doing right now.
possibilities there.
Look what you're doing right now.
I could do
I
what I
haven't even got
want.
it out yet.
You said I
Last week,
assumed.
you
I didn't assume
assumed that
nothing.
I said I was getting my information from Trump a few days ago.
I didn't say
I
nothing
got I
about
got cut
Trump.
off. Y'all
You
just
said
went
that
through
up
a
with Bobby. Me and you didn't
y'all,
have no Trump discussion. I don't care where you got it from.
yeah, you
It's
did.
wrong.
You was on that conversation. All right, I'll talk to Aunt.
Yeah, I was
A
here,
few days
but
ago,
that
we
was you
had a
and Bobby
conversation.
dialoguing.
I
We
mean,
had a
what are you
Wherever you
doing
got
conversation.
though?
it from, wherever you got it from, it was trash.
Okay, no problem. No
Hey,
problem. But
Nazir
the
Lee, what
problem
is this
is I
for?
never finished.
Hold
I
on,
never
hold on. What
finished.
is this for? What are you trying to get out of this right here?
Uh Okay, wait a minute. Before that, I want to say this, Aunt, because a few days ago you cut me off at the point I was making as I was taking you through, saying Trump had a lot of misinformation out there. I said that information was very confusing. And if I would have been allowed to finish, I was saying that I went back to the drawing board to do my own research because I was not taking our public officials what they were saying, because that was BS. Telling people to shoot bleach in their arms, take this, take that. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy during that time. Doctors were at odds with one
What
another.
doctor said to put
What
shoot
doctor
bleach?
said you
I,
bleaching your
I
arm,
said
yo?
it
What
was
doctor?
misinformation coming from
So if you listen
our
to Trump about
mainstream
that,
our
You
like
mainstream
listen to
media.
that
Trump,
is,
yo.
And
Yeah,
that's why it's
that's
important.
bizarre,
I
yo.
would not. I wouldn't
You
keep
and
saying
Juju
that over
both,
and over
you
again
and
on
Juju
Nobody
YouTube.
both
does
just
that, yo.
said do your own independent research,
No, I
correct?
didn't
You
say
didn't tell
that.
you to do no
Never said
independent
that.
research. You
Right. You
lied.
can't do no, you're not no researcher.
So let me
You
get this straight.
lied.
You're saying to not study
Why you
science?
get up here lying,
Man,
So
bro?
don't
you
That's
saying
the
stop,
so
second
now
right?
y'all
time.
saying don't study science?
Nope. I ain't saying that. I'm
Huh?
saying is you're not qualified to do your
Is
own
you serious
independent
right
you're
now?
not an independent
Do you know
researcher.
what
All you can
independent
do,
research means?
you cut
You're
me
doing
off, yo.
independent research right
You cut
now.
me off.
You're studying articles.
Nah, that's not research. That's just reading a
How that's
damn
not
article, bro.
research?
It's not. You're not
So
collecting
so let
data.
me let me get this straight. Dr. Fauci came to your house.
No.
So how the hell are you gonna research something if you're not reading an
Because he,
article about it?
because he published his work in a scientific article.
Exactly.
That's
We
what I
read the
just
research.
come on, man. That's
We
what I
That's
just
read
not
the
said,
research,
bro.
research
bro.
by
That's what I just
experts.
said, bro.
Yeah, I ain't doing all
We
that, man.
saying the
Wow,
same
you're
thing.
It
slow.
is not the same thing, yo. What we do is not the same thing as what scientists do, bro. We're gonna
Independent
read. Let
research
me
is me
finish.
going to
Let
read
me
Dr.
finish.
Fauci's work.
No, come on, you don't cut me off, yo. Listen, we're gonna read. Look, we're gonna stay out the body of the paper because y'all gonna mess it up. That's for scientists, right? We're gonna read the conclusion, right? And we're gonna read the first part of the paper. That's all you're gonna read. All right. We're gonna stay out of the data because y'all gonna mess that up. Right? We're not doing detailed research. We're reading and we're studying the material by the experts. That's what we're
Yeah,
doing,
we
bro.
saying the
That's
same
not
damn
research.
thing,
That's
bro. We
research for
saying
you.
we saying the same thing.
No, we not. I don't call. I'm saying what we do. I don't call that research. I call that studying articles to understand the material. That's what I call it. You say it's research, whatever. So whatever. Now, what is this for right here?
Misinterpreting the article is not research.
Right.
This was this article here was prior to the pandemic.
Right.
Prior
So
to the
what's wrong with that?
prior
Where
to
does
the
this come
announcement.
from?
The
You
World
might want to
Economic
go up
Forum.
so she can see.
A what?
World Economic.
Can you put this link in the back for me, please?
Oh shit. I mean, yeah.
Pseudo gonna die. The source. Pseudo
So
killer.
No, he ain't gonna read. I don't know what
so
you trying to get out of
basically
there.
we not
Pseudo
gonna have a
killer
productive
intellectual
conversation,
person.
basically.
Pseudo killer
Basically.
I'm
intellect.
gonna have a productive
Pseudo
conversation. That's what
gonna
I'm gonna
die.
do.
The source. Pseudo killer intellectual gunslinger.
Oh, here you go. Hold on. All right. Here you go. We're gonna have a productive conversation. I'm putting it in the back for you, Juju.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. All right. Now, why you brought this for what reason? What's the reason behind this?
The reason I pulled this up was to
Okay.
show that
Mm-hmm.
the United States and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of nations, I think it was like 80 nations. It says
Mm-hmm.
it on there. I can't really see it right now. I'm on my
Mm-hmm.
phone. I'm in the
Uh-huh.
field. I'm at work. But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of nations, I think almost 100 participated in this
Mm-hmm.
military war games. Now, this was in Wuhan, China. These were military games where they actually simulate
Mm-hmm.
their response to a pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The pandemic, usually in the past, if you guys recall, well, you probably don't because people don't really look into these types of things. But in 2001,
Yeah.
you had a operation called Dark Winter. Are you familiar
No,
with?
no, stay with this article. No, 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 no,
I'm
no,
not going nowhere.
no. No, we not.
I'm
No
with the
moving the
No, we're
article.
not
goalpost.
doing that. No, that's not what we're doing.
What is you talking
No,
about?
we're not doing that.
I'm
Stay
with
on the
the
damn
article.
article. Stay there.
I'm on the article.
No, you start talking about
I'm
Operation
saying
Rainfall. Ain't no Operation
no, no,
Rainfall
no, no,
mentioned
no.
nowhere in here.
I said
No,
Operation Dark
is
Winter. It's
is
in
here? Is it
relation.
in this paper?
It's coming up next. It's in relation to
No, no.
this.
Is it in this paper right here?
Why don't you just hear me
No,
out
I'm
so I
not
can
doing
finish,
that. I'm
bro?
not allowed to do that. Nope. It's not fair to the audience. That's what pseudos do. They start missing shit from all over the place.
Pseudos do
Why
what?
did you
Say
have
that.
this?
Okay,
No,
I'll
nope,
stick with
no,
this. Okay, I'll
no.
stick with
Yeah,
this.
stick with that.
Okay.
Let's get an understanding why you put
So
this up first. Then we can move
simulations.
on to
Okay, no
Operation
problem.
Dark Feet and Dark Hair.
Simulations of war games in
Okay.
responses to pandemics have
All right.
always happened. It's not a
Okay.
new thing.
Right.
So
Supposed to happen.
that's the
Go ahead.
only thing I'm saying. So this military games that happened in 2019 that we're reading
Okay.
from right now was
Uh-huh.
not a new thing. It has
Right. That's
been
John
going
Hopkins.
on.
See, John Hopkins Center for the Health, Disease, and Security. Yep. Okay. Go ahead. Excellent. Go
Okay,
ahead. Okay.
it been going on. So this was
Right.
not new.
Right.
The only thing that was new is that um these we had these coincidences where you have these simulations and then right after this simulation something actually happened.
Okay. You
So
already.
was a little bit different. Okay. Now you go
What?
to the
What? What?
if you
What?
look down here, Ankh, if you read down
A
here,
little bit different. What?
let me turn my phone sideways
A little bit different.
because I'm looking at this also from a business perspective.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's what a lot of us are missing. As a businessman,
Oh.
I'm looking
Mhm.
at this from a business perspective because the WHO is a business and they have stakeholders. Let's read the third paragraph. If you look right there,
One, two, three. The world has been growing numbers of what?
hold on,
Epidemics and
wait. I can expand my phone. I'll actually read it now. It says I'm on the second paragraph. It
you said
says
the third.
the world has seen a growing number of epidemics in recent years, with about 200 events annually, including Ebola, uh, Zika,
Yeah.
MERS, SARS. At
Uh-huh.
the same time, collectively, vulnerability to the social and economic
Mhm.
impacts of infectious diseases crisis appears to be increasing. Experts suggest there is a damn, did I just jump
No.
down too far?
Growing
Hold on,
likelihood
I
of
jumped my bad because the phone had glitched. Anyway, I'm going to this back to the second paragraph. It will
Experts.
also feature.
No, you skipped something, yo. You said experts suggest there is a growing likelihood of one of these events becoming a
Yeah,
global
yeah.
threat.
I went down too far. My
Let
bad.
me know when I got a minute.
The exercise will bring together businesses,
No, you
government,
missed it,
security.
yo. Stop it. You
I didn't
missing
want to
it.
read that one. I went down too far.
No,
I
you
want to read
was
the
reading
second
that.
paragraph.
You read
Second
the second
paragraph.
paragraph.
The
Yo,
only
this is the
thing I'm
second.
looking for
Let
here
me
is
know when I
stakeholders.
have a
You see
minute.
what it says here, Aunt?
You
It
dead
says
in
it
the
will
water.
also feature
I
a
can't believe
live
you did
virtual
this.
experience to engage
Yo, you jumping
stakeholders
all over the place,
worldwide.
yo. I
That's what I'm
see it.
looking for.
Listen, the exercise will bring together business, government, security, and public health leaders to address hypothetical global pandemic
Just
scenarios.
let me
Yes.
get him.
It will also feature
I know
a
you ain't
live
doing this.
virtual experience from 8:50 to 12:30 to engage stakeholders
Stop right there.
worldwide. No,
Stop
man,
right
let me
there.
finish. I'm not stopping. I'm gonna finish the
Okay.
sentence out.
Go ahead.
Shoot, trying to trick us.
I
To
thought I
engage
thought I'm making a
to
point.
engage stakeholders worldwide and members of the public in a meaningful conversation of difficult high-level policy choice that could arise in the midst of severe pandemic. Now, what is your point, bro?
Okay. Go to the second article that says the
No, we leaving this.
No,
no,
no, no,
we're
no,
not
no.
done.
Doing
We
that.
still up. We
Wait,
still
wait,
on the
wait.
who.
No, my
We're
turn.
still on
So
this
this
article.
article,
All right, go
no,
ahead. Let it turn.
you
Go
got to
ahead.
mute. So this
Go ahead.
article you brung up, 2019 World Military Games, is a study published in the Irish Journal of Medicine, Irish Journal of Medicine Science, examined the hypothesis that this large gathering in Wuhan could have been a factor in the early spread of COVID-19. The study found a correlation between the number of athletes per country attending the event and the number of COVID-19 cases in those countries. However, the authors noted that this correlation does not definitively establish causation, and further research would be needed to draw concrete conclusions. It was a hypothesis. It was a study, and it wasn't directly related to that. It was just what if. That's what this was.
Hey, Juju, you know you jumped too far ahead, right?
No, I didn't.
You know
Because
this
the
was an
whole
actual. You
paper.
know this was an actual event, right?
No. Yes, they do
Oh,
these
okay. Because you
games.
almost messed up
And
right there.
so a
Okay.
scientist took the possibility of Wuhan and correlated with these games, a possibility of the event that we know as COVID-19, the pandemic
We're
happening.
not there yet, Juju. You
Because
jumped
they
too
would
far
be
ahead.
a critical piece in coming back to their home countries and spreading the virus. It's a
Okay, we're not there yet. We're at the
hypothetical.
games right now.
No, you
We're
brought
at
us
the
to
actual
hypothetical.
games.
This is not evidence. It's not any kind of valid proof.
Evidence for what? I haven't even said anything yet. We just read the article. That's
Bro,
all we got.
you run it, yo, okay.
I sent him
I
4
can't do this.
articles,
I don't have
Juju,
no
to make a
patience
point. I sent them 4
for
articles to make a point.
the willful ignorance.
All right, we're gonna get there though. We're gonna get that. So this is simply talking about the stimulation, the exercise to prepare the
Simulation
public.
is hypothetical.
This is what you're
That's
talking
it.
about, right?
That's it. We're not talking about.
All right, that's
what
fine.
happened
This is
after.
credible. Okay, this is credible. All right.
That's
So
it.
you
This
got
was
something
a
else to read in this
physical.
paper?
It was an
Huh?
actual gathering
We
of
got
nations.
it. We got that. We all straight.
Okay.
So
That's
this
not
is
the
this
point.
legitimate. I know. We got to walk them slow. Let them walk there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you skipped the point, Juju. Like the point, you just trying to get right to it, nigga. These people ain't come together and spread no nothing. That's what you want to say, Juju. I get it. Let him get there. Take your time. Go ahead. So we good.
I
with
ain't
that.
got time.
Yeah, see, you taking the fun away.
Okay.
No, go ahead. You got
Let
some.
him get there,
it
Juju.
I need a
marinate. Let it
co-host.
marinate.
Let
Somebody
him
hit the
marinate.
channel.
Let
I
him
gotta
get
take
there.
care of some
Let it
business.
marinate.
No, go ahead. Hey, Juju, go ahead.
Oh,
I got
that's
this.
some dumb.
Okay.
That's
So
dumb. Da-dum,
what you
dum,
have
got
here,
it.
dum.
what
It's
you
time
have
for you to go
here,
anyway,
we
Juju. You
missed the
got to go.
point.
You got.
If
I don't
if
want
we
to stop
have
you.
you,
Dennis.
both of you on the
Go
phone,
ahead. I'm
Juju,
sorry, Bobby.
you're a businesswoman. You're a businessman. You
Go ahead.
understand if you got stakeholders, you want to be able to reward your
Stakeholders in what
We
though, yo? Where's the
stakeholders
stakeholders
that
and
have
what?
an interest that have an
In
interest
this,
in
yo,
the
because they want
economic
to.
at the economic outcome.
Yes, it's right here.
Okay.
Bill Gates, look, John Hopkins Center, her. It's in partnership with the World Economic Forum and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation will host it. Okay.
Enough said.
All right, that was smart to do that. We got you. It said the exercise will bring together business, governments, security, and public health leaders to address the hypothetical global pandemic scenario. That's all it was doing.
Okay.
So
Cool.
you hear the word stake right here. It will
Stakeholders.
also feature live virtual experience from 8 to 12 to engage stakeholders worldwide and members of the public in a meaningful conversation of difficult high-level policy choice that could arise in the midst of severe. Okay, so we got you. We
Okay.
good with this.
All right.
So now what are
Go-
you
go-
saying?
now
So we
go
off
to
this now. We're gonna get
Go
off
to
this.
the second page of the WHO, because we're gonna see who those
On
stakeholders
it,
are and what that actually
what second
means.
page? Ain't no second page right here,
I
yo.
sent this. It's in the email. It's in the email.
So we off this. We good with this.
We good with that. We got the context. We know that the actual military games took place in Wuhan, China, in October of 2019. That's the only point I'm trying to make with this.
Okay, so how you okay? And then we're gonna dive right into you're gonna fall right into Juju lap with this one.
I sent you the same thing Juju
Cute.
saying. I sent you something on that. We're gonna get there. We haven't got there yet.
Yeah,
And
all right. Let me see something. Next one.
Cuba is going to be our
I don't
model
want to talk about Cuba yet.
for
The
the
war
discussion
games,
when we get
stakeholders.
to
I'm
that.
going to the stakeholders. Watch this. This is what they do. All right, here you go. Now what?
Okay. Go
Civil
up to the
society.
top. Go up. No. Go up to the
You
top. 'Cause we
highlight this
gonna
right
see.
here, bro.
Go all the way up to the top.
Wow, it's the same form
Okay.
You
Go.
gotta be
right here.
patient.
Keep going.
Highlight
Keep
it.
going. Right above
Take your
government. Keep
time,
going.
Bobby.
Keep
Huh?
going. It should say business at the top.
Yeah, it do.
Okay. We can't see that though.
You can't see it. What you talking about?
Okay. There we go. Now we can see it.
Let me make
Maybe
it
it's
bigger for you.
just okay. So now I want everybody to see this. This because we're talking about business.
Okay.
Oh, we were talking about COVID.
I said you have to
You
look
said
at
from
this
a business
also as a
perspective.
business person. This is the who is they're letting you know this is
The who?
business related as well.
Man, we ain't mentioned the who. Man, come on, yo.
This is the who. This is the World Economic. I mean the WEF. My bad. So we talking about the World Economic Forum. This is a
Thank
this
you,
is a
yo.
business.
Why you
This
start
is a
hollering?
business.
Who?
This is a consortium,
It's a
which means this is a
publication.
consortium. This is when a bunch of
It's
business.
It's the
a
World Economic
publication.
Forum.
Oh,
It's
the
the
World
World
Economic
Economic
Forum
Forum.
is a consortium.
I know
Bro,
of
the chat
stakeholders. This right
keeping you
here.
up.
Yes.
Look. Here you go. Look, the World Economic Forum provides, look, a space where all stakeholders, business, governments, academia, civil society, media, artists, and others can meet a global, impartial, or not-for-profit platform. Stakeholders come together to find common ground to seize opportunities for positive change in large global issues. Okay, what are you trying? And I see you try to slip it in with the stakeholders of the who. You made that up.
Now,
That ain't what that.
I
You
didn't mean
did
to
slip
say
it, and I
who.
heard it.
The
I'm
stakeholders of the
keen.
WEF.
I'm keen.
The World
But you did
Economic
do it though,
Forum.
didn't you? Tell the
I
truth. I'm
misspoke when
keen.
I said who. I
Oh,
mean
thank
the
you, sir.
WEF.
Just checking because I'll be listening. I'll be listening for the pseudo flavor coming. I know it's coming. I know it's there.
I did that slip
I
up.
know.
I'm glad you caught it though. But the
No,
World
you can make
Economic
mistakes. We cool. So
the World
okay, we good
Economic
with this.
Forum.
You about to fall. When just get to where Juju was at. Stop
So
playing
go
with us.
to the
See, Juju
the
had
other
one do it.
article before Biden leaves office.
So you
And
don't want
see
the
what
business? You don't
let's
want the
see what
government?
yeah.
You don't want that? So we
No,
off
we don't.
this.
No, we see who at the top of the list. Businesses
All right.
is at the top of the list.
It's not just bit. It's business, governments, academia, civil society, and all that. Come on, man.
No, what I'm
All
saying
right.
to you is the most important factor in that, even bigger than
What's the most
government,
important factor
is
in
the
that?
private sector. If you read a lot of this information, you're going to hear private sector, private sector, private sector over and over again. Because it's not the government that makes the vaccines. Remember, it's the private sector.
I
So the
know,
private
bro.
sector is the most important aspect of this,
It's
component of
one of the
this. And
aspects.
you're going to
Okay,
see
what you want
during
me
the
to read next?
pandemic that they made more money than they ever made in the world's history
So what's
during
wrong with
that
that?
short little time. But we're
I
gonna
know
get
what's
there.
wrong with that. What was wrong with that though?
We going to
I know
Biden.
what was wrong with that.
We're going to. That's what I'm saying. What's wrong?
Why was that a
Nothing wrong with it.
problem?
As
Why
an
was that a problem
entrepreneur,
though? Was it
as
supposed
an
to be for free?
entrepreneur, there's nothing wrong with it from our perspective.
It's no from just
But recognize what it is though. Let's
right.
don't play.
I
Let's don't
recognize.
play the game like this is really all about
crazy, yo.
helping and humanitarian
But it
efforts.
was, but it
We
was
gonna
though,
get
bro.
there. We gonna get there. Go to
No,
Bible.
hold on. I don't know about no humanitarian effort and all that you put in that. Because I talked about last time we was here how countries couldn't afford to spend the money at the step that I showed y'all. Right? This whole thing right here, this right here. You had to have billions of dollars to be on this side of the daggone thing. You had to pay for this right here. See that stuff bottled up? That costs money right there. Right? Whereas though poor countries,
wait.
let me finish. Poor countries was on. Let me finish. Poor countries would have been on this side, yo, where they couldn't afford. They had to wait and see what actually got approved before they could pay for it. These people over here had all the money. They had shit approved already. Before it got approved, they paid for it. And if it didn't, no, I'm not. And if it failed, they just threw it away, yo, and it was a lost investment, bro. But the companies right here are saying, wait a minute, if you want us to go ahead and make this shit, excuse my language, before it goes through the clinical trials or at the same time, we're not going to invest our money because we don't know if it's going to, because we ain't been through the clinical trials. So y'all put up the money. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. You messing it up. You messing it up, bro. I'm telling you, yo, I'm going to say this real slow so we can understand what I am saying. Rich countries could afford to invest in vaccines that might not go through. The companies that was making was like, yeah, if you pay for it, we'll go ahead and put it in production because it might not go through. They was like, bet we're going to pay for it. Bet, pay for it up front. And they paid for it up front, and most of them failed. Now, back to our regular scheduled programming. Now you're saying what now? Where we at? So we back to the stakeholders. Now, what else do you want me to pull up out this email?
You made an excellent point right there when you went to that part of production on that list you're showing right there. I wanted you to expound upon that because when you made the point, you said when they were at that stage right there,
right here,
you had to have the money to afford it.
Right. I'm sure enough I'm not paying what they were like, we're not making that. And then we gotta throw it all away. Y'all, we're not gonna make our company go bankrupt messing with y'all. They're like, don't worry about it. We're gonna pay for it. There you go, bro. Most people don't understand that, and I can't make you understand that. My fight is that the poor countries couldn't afford to play over there in that arena, they got the kibbles and bits, meaning that the United States, England, and all the rich countries, right? They set aside, like you said, some vaccines for the countries couldn't afford it. But they got the pick of the litter first. And I think that's wild, bro. I think the rich countries should all band together and make sure that all the countries, you know what I'm saying, that don't got the money to buy it at this stage, make sure they get that for the other human beings. That should be everybody's fight. But who am I, though? Who am I?
Well, see, now we go back to politics, meaning if you're not part of that 80 countries or how many other countries it was,
you're in trouble.
You're not a part of the WEF.
You're in trouble.
If you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Hold on. I don't know. You're tricking me. I don't know what the WEF. I don't know what that is.
World Economic Forum.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Because you have a lot of.
No, I think you had countries in that was poor. They still send people to those forums, but they don't got that money, bro. They can't afford to they threw away billions of dollars, bro.
So guess what we're gonna do to start it off with? This a business. Remember, think business. Think you're the CEO of, let's just say, Pfizer, whomever, Moderna, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're all in this thing together, but you can't afford something. So guess what I'll do for you? You got to go in debt to get it then. I'll give you a loan. You see how it works? Okay.
I don't know about that. I don't know if they did them like that.
How do you think?
No,
okay,
you
can't afford weapons. You're not getting them for free, bro.
Nah, you made that up.
You're not getting weapons for free, bro.
No, that's not what happened, bro.
You don't
they didn't make nobody go into no debt for no vaccines. You made that up.
Why you not?
Because they didn't make them go into debt. Hold on. Hey, listen.
We'll give you a loan.
No, listen. Listen what I'm saying.
They just giving context.
No.
It's these little nuances that we don't talk about.
No, they didn't go into debt. Look, they didn't let them go into debt. They just ain't give them. They gave them what they want to give them. They gave it to them, yo.
Just like they
because they was
gave
the only
weapons,
ones that could
just like they
afford it.
gave weapons to Ukraine, right? They just
No,
gave
I
it to
ain't
them.
talking about no weapons right now. I
It's
don't
the
want to
same
jump
thing.
around. It's not. I want to talk about this. Not gonna let you fake me out and have me in a wild conversation about some guns. Don't got nothing to do with this. I'm saying I don't know about them putting nobody in no debt for no vaccines because there wasn't no vaccines to
I
get
didn't say
because
putting
the
them.
rich
I didn't
countries
say
because the rich
necessarily,
countries got all the daggone vaccines and they gave a certain amount to the poor countries. Is what I was saying.
bro.
They ain't make them pay for nothing. Come on, yo, stop that.
Quarterly, we always hear reports. We always hear reports about countries in South America not being able to obtain loans from central banks in Europe.
That's a different conversation, yo.
All of the time. These
I don't
countries
want to.
always need
No,
money and
I
funding.
know. So why? That's a different conversation. I'm not gonna run around the merry-go-round with you.
My point
I
is
want
you
to
have
stay
to be
right
on
here.
this. You have to be with the agenda and
I
on
want
the
to stay
same
right
page.
here.
And
No,
a
you
lot
do
of
not.
it is
No, you can't jump in like
is
that now, Valley.
going in
No,
debt.
come on, yo.
But let's move on. You made
Yeah,
a
let's
great
move
point with
on.
that though.
I know I did
But
because I'm on top
let's
of my A game. I'm sure I did.
okay. So now, but you see the conversation we having is
Yes.
shifting from what's in humanity's best interest to what's in these private sectors' best interest. So conversation is shifting. I hope you know that.
It ain't shifted. I tried to tell you where the fight was. That all living human beings in a situation like a pandemic should be afforded the opportunity to have the daggone vaccines and not just the people with the money. I said it.
You
But
did say
no,
that. But
y'all don't want to argue that. Y'all want to argue about the vaccines ain't better. That's you're not gonna win that argument. Vaccines have been official for over 100 damn years, and the shit was official when when West Africans brought the daggone technique to America, and they put the clinical trials on it, and that's the first time in the annals of history that they actually, went through the tests. Right? They was like, no, they wanted to go ahead and start doing it. They were like, no. We're not listening to bunch of slaves, right? Boylston, his name was Boylston. He went to Harvard. He was the doctor, right? And Cotton Mathis, who was the owner of Onesimus, right? And they was looking at it, they was like, man, that's interesting what they doing right there. Man, that's interesting what them slave colonies is doing. They ain't even worried about the smallpox. They say, well, what's the technique? Right? They was like, Cotton Mather say, well, I'm gonna do it on myself and my kids. And he did it, right? And they made it, right? And Boylston was like, no, that's not how we do it in Harvard. No, we need to do a trial before you start giving it. They was against just giving it to people like that, right? And that's when you get the first clinical trials like that was based off of that. Right? So I'm saying, listen, bro. So to try to act like vaccines ain't safe and effective is a wild argument right there. And it's pseudo argument, and it's not real, and it's not real, and it's not based in science, and it's not based in economics, it's not based in none of that. It's not. Matter of fact, vaccine science, right, is the high level medicine. It's high level. It's better than just medicine, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's testing.
I'll give you something that's better than money.
We ain't doing that, yo. We ain't cutting it on the show. Because this could be a clip, and you dive out and my man Mighty Hebrew got me, now Valley Hebrew. Come on, yo, you messing up the content right now. We'll put you back in a minute. I'm just trying to make a point here, man. I'm not sitting here believing that vaccines are safe and effective. I'm saying those gold standard clinical trials prove that. And I'm saying in the history of 75 years of vaccines, the quote unquote, the side effects argument, after I get it and something go wrong, man, after 30, 40 days, yo, in the history, yo, ain't nothing went wrong. Now,
let me ask you a question. It's a separate, it's connected, it's related to this, but it's separate from the article you just pulled up. Now,
right, so
you
we
remember, and you
gears.
and Juju kind of touched on this early on in the show, right? And it's just a quick question, and then we can move on. You remember early on when they were saying, take this, take that, right?
Who?
Trump and the doctors that were standing next to him.
What?
I said Trump and the
I don't
community
remember
of
that.
doctors who were standing next to him.
No, the Trump took all that shit. Trump
He
was the
was,
one
of
who took it.
course, he wasn't. He let them, but he eventually let them get the microphone after the the sound bites.
You mean after he took it?
After the sound bites, where he didn't take this,
Yeah,
take
he had
that, and
people
then he
running to
let
get the
them talk.
nonsense. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, that was out of control. Let's talk about how out of control that was. You right, bro. That was crazy.
Now, so that that
We got
misinformation
the
right
Cedric,
there
serial
with
killer official.
doctors.
We
All
got
right,
the
but
Brother Reggie.
see, and we don't got
22 Love. Huh?
we had, and what's crazy is, see, I wish I was in front of my computer, bro, because I would have pulled all those doctors up who were by his side when this information was coming out.
I know, but they wasn't virologists though, yo. They was just doctors, yo. They wasn't experts on that subject.
Dr. Fauci was one of
Yeah,
the
he didn't.
experts
I know, but he didn't
in
say
that
nothing
field.
about that.
He was standing right next to this dude. What you
Man, you
talking
can be
about?
standing next to Trump. He say something wild out of his mouth. Don't mean you was with it. Come on,
Okay.
yo. That's like standing next to me, yo. And
You different. You know what you gonna do? You gonna say, hey, now the statement this dude just made, I don't agree with that.
I'll lose my job
That's
messing around.
misinformation.
Hey,
Yeah, but he ain't
that's
getting.
like
Yeah,
standing
he
next
can't.
to an Israelite and saying, you know, this is my boy. I believe in God now because he's my boy. Oh man. That'd be
But
damn.
so two things before we get to this article, and then we can go back to the point that Juju made
All right.
about the spread, the mass spread of the mass spread incident. We're gonna get there.
The what?
The mass spread event.
Juju already beat you up. She
The
caught you.
mass spread event that took
She
place.
already
We gonna
beat you.
get there.
She
We gonna
de-toothed you,
get there.
yo. She
We gonna get
de-toothed
there.
you. She was
Oh,
like a
she
whole
deep.
article ahead of
She
you.
deep diving right now. She
No, she
going down a
not.
rabbit hole.
She's supposed to been gone. She ain't deep down. I think she gone. You gone, Juju? You still up there?
No,
What you
she
gonna do?
deep
I'm
diving
still
right now.
here.
She
Did
there.
you tell that man you killed them with the
She
whole
deep diving.
hypothesis?
He bleeding out. I know he
He
dizzy right
bleeding
now.
out, yo. He's finally got enough heart to say it, Juju. Now he want to talk about the thing that you already talked about and you gave him the test. The whole
We
thing,
ain't
how the time. She got you, yo.
we ain't there yet. Okay, so
Oh,
now
yeah,
you
he don't want to go
have
there yet, Juju. We're gonna hold it. Go ahead.
yeah. So now you got if you
Mhm.
remember, this is a transition from Biden to Trump during this time period, right? This is a
Okay.
transition, or from
hmm
Trump to Biden.
Okay.
Biden now is coming in, starting to give speeches. He gives a speech when he comes in 2020, and he makes an announcement. That was the other short video I sent you. I
Okay.
don't know if you want to play that, but he uses keywords and code words
Who?
during that speech. Biden,
Who?
I sent it to you.
He used code word.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's,
Y'all is
hey,
crazy.
this nigga trolling now. Now he trolling.
He
You
used
gotta be
key
trolling.
key
You gotta be
language.
trolling.
Okay,
You
if
gotta be
I'm
trolling.
trolling, then in about
Oh
1 minute,
man.
we'll see if I'm trolling.
What? What you think
So
Biden was
So
saying? What was
basically, that
Biden
okay,
saying?
nigga
so
makes it
separately.
sound like brother
Hey, we gonna
polite.
stop. Hey, we call them ninjas over here. We ain't gonna.
Ninjas. So basically, that
Separately,
white ninja throw up the Mason sound like brother polite. He doing what I'm saying.
a Mason sign. Nah, bro,
Yeah,
you
we
that's
done.
The
that
Illuminati.
nah, this
So
ain't
what is
that
they
ain't got nothing to
doing?
do
Like,
with nothing.
I'm not trying to figure what is you saying they doing? Like it's a big conspiracy or something. Like,
We,
Don't
Uh,
mention
I've
Pedalite over
I've
here,
never
please.
mentioned a conspiracy. Yes,
yeah,
I've
we,
never
hey,
mentioned. We're not
hey,
talking
Nile
listen.
Valley,
conspiracy.
I
Remember,
know what you're saying. It sounded like
Gangsta Brew,
it's going toward the
Hold
conspiracy
on, we
type
got to chill
look
of
out.
at this.
Hey,
No,
listen.
no,
Gangsta
sir.
Brew.
Because you
Did you
are
hear me?
probably. Are you a
Nazir, I know you
businessman,
hear me
Al Valley?
talking. Just give me 10 seconds, okay, please.
I'm talking Nigeria League.
Yeah, we don't use Pedalite's name over here, please and thank you. Please don't mention that name again, please. I'm live over here.
What,
Please and thank you.
what is that right there?
The man's name you said.
The one is in prison for unlawful acts
Hey,
against the
hey,
dangerous.
that's stupid for me. You didn't stop me to say. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Go
we
ahead,
ain't using that. Yeah,
Nazarene.
we
That
ain't
was stupid
using
for
that.
her even stopping me.
It wasn't. She's
Pull that
giving the
up,
rules and
man.
regulations. She's giving the rules and
That's
regulations. We don't say that name over
Pull
here.
the video up before you get to this
man, that's dumb,
article.
man.
It ain't done. We ain't gonna say his name, yo. Why we gonna say his name?
Hey,
All right, what's
hey,
the code words you think we're using? I'm pulling it up. Let me see if I
okay,
can
look,
use
when
this.
you
No.
pull that up, also Google Operation Dark Winter. This is a 2001 U.S.
Oh, you doing a dog,
pandemic.
man.
This is a 2001 pandemic event, just like the 2019 event.
Operation Dark Winter. Hey,
Woodchuck the Gray Squirrel. Woodchuck the Gray Squirrel. Come here, Gray
Hey,
Squirrel.
that brother said, that ninja said, Operation Dark Winter. It's too red. We on PlayStation.
All right, here we go. Joe Biden. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna play it. All right, hold on. All right, what is you doing right here now? Y'all crazy. I'm gonna appease you. Come on, here you go. All right, here we go. Come on, man. Juju, you don't got the controls? Let me put you right here.
No.
What's going on, Cedric?
Peace,
What's
peace,
happening?
family, peace. I was waiting for an opportunity to ask, what is the premise that is being established here? Or
We
what is
have
it?
no. We in a rabbit who he's running us around him. He's trying to. Yeah, what you trying to do?
Yeah, because I need an anchor.
Initially, what I stated was this. I don't know if the brother Cedric just coming on, but we had a conversation a few days ago to
Oh
get
man.
context and the backstory,
Mm.
and I was cut off while giving my personal reasons as to
Oh.
why I made a choice or a decision not to get poked. A specific
Okay.
poke. Hold on, a specific poke. And
Yeah, here you
then
go.
I
That's his
also,
logic.
yeah, and then I said that when I
No, no,
came on
no.
the
They
show
ain't no.
today,
Stick to your logic,
I
yo.
said, wait a minute. I said, I'm an advocate for
He's
them,
not. Tell him
for
he's
the
not.
pokes, and
Tell
I've
him he's
been
not.
fully, my children have been fully, my wife has been fully, but we chose to set that out. And so now I'm giving you the backstory of why I chose to set it
Malcolm,
out.
big up to Malcolm.
And I said,
Oh,
you got to look at this from a business perspective.
Nope.
okay. So no. Okay. I'm hearing your argument. So again, you have an
Mm.
anecdotal claim about your incredulity, which informed your decision not to get quote unquote poked. Okay, I get it. Okay, all right. Now
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
tethered. Now I'm tethered firmly. Let's go down the rabbit hole.
Okay.
Mm.
Because at the time,
And
my initial
Nazir Lee, I
thinking
never got
was
a chance to tell you, Nazir
for
Lee.
that brother, my
Nazir
initial
Lee.
thinking was I'm gonna
Nazir
sit
Lee.
back and wait till the smoke clear and let the clinical trials fully processed. I'm gonna see some of these adverse effects that I see around
But
people
that's all
around
it
me that's
was, though.
taking it. That's
That's all it
around me that's
was.
taking it. No, I'm saying at the time this was my thought process. I said I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna see some of these adverse effects that I see people that's taking it. I'm gonna sit back for a while.
Okay, just
So
a second.
eventually I said to myself, I'm gonna get it, but I said I'm gonna wait. That was my initial thought process.
Mhm.
Okay, so
So
now we can.
at the point that it was distributed and made available, the clinical trials and the studies were already completed.
I didn't trust them 2 weeks later. I'll be honest with you. I didn't
Okay.
trust them in that short time span.
Okay.
At the time,
Again.
I didn't trust him
So,
at the time.
okay. Again. Okay. So okay. Now.
Like he had virologists or something. Like he
I,
worked with.
yeah. Yeah. Again. In
No,
your
I was a
yeah.
skeptical human being who probably was wrong.
You was.
Who probably was wrong.
You definitely
But
was.
I'm just giving you the backstory. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm hearing you. Okay. Okay. Now I'm firmly tethered. Let's go down the rabbit hole. Let's see what these what this evidence you present for your position.
Okay, so you got Joe Biden here. If this is the right clip, it's about a minute or something.
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
all right, let's play that.
All right. Hold on. Let me see. Wait. All right, let's play it. I want to get this out the way. Let that go. Click, 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 click. Ooh, yeah. All right, here we go.
Your reaction, and just 40% of Americans say they would definitely agree to take a coronavirus vaccine if it was approved by the government. What steps would you take to give Americans confidence in a vaccine if it were approved?
Make sure it's totally transparent. Have the scientists of the world see it, know it, look at it, go through all the processes. And by the way, this is the same fellow who told you this is going to end by Easter last time. This is the same fellow who told you that, don't worry, we're going to end this by the summer. We're about to go into a dark winter. And he has no clear plan, and there's no prospect that there's going to be a vaccine available for the majority of the American people before the middle of next year.
President Trump, your reaction, he
Stop.
says you
I don't
have no
think we're going
plan.
to have a dark
Stop.
winter at all. We're opening up.
Stop. Now Trump talking about it too. Now I want you to note, dark winter. Key words they're using. I want you to Google right now. I can pull up the article. You can pull up the wiki. You can pull it up on wiki. Type in Operation Dark Winter from 2001. This is what this is what they're referring to.
Nah, it says you. I'm not listening to you. I know
Okay,
better.
well, when you read it, you can say, no, Nazir, I don't agree with you.
Can we finish listening to it though?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
Up our country, we've learned and studied and understand the disease,
Go
which
back
we
to
didn't
Trump
at the
part.
beginning.
Go start it over.
When I
Start Trump
closed
over.
and banned China from coming in heavily infected and at all, we're opening up.
Reaction, he says you
I don't
have no
think we're going
plan.
to have a dark winter and at all. We're opening up our country. We've learned and studied and understand the disease, which we didn't at the beginning. When I closed and banned China from coming in heavily infected and then ultimately Europe, but China was in January. Months later, he was saying I was xenophobic. I did it too soon. Now he's saying, oh, I should have, moved quicker. But he didn't move quicker. He was months behind me, many months behind me. And frankly, he ran the H1N1 swine flu, and it was a total disaster, far less lethal, but it was a total disaster. Had that had this kind of numbers, 700,000 people would be dead right now, but it was a far less lethal.
So we played all that to hear the dark winter, yo. That's what you're trying to
Yeah,
tell
now
us,
type in Dark Winter, and I'm gonna tell you
No, we're
some
not
of what
gonna
we were
I
hearing
got
right
it.
there.
Can I go
Because
ahead and kill him one more
he
time?
actually
Can I please go ahead and kill him
Trump
one more
disagrees
Go ahead
time?
with
and
you.
kill him.
Trump disagrees with you, Juju.
All right, let me tell you about Dark Winter. You ready for it?
Hey, can you pull it up on your
So
phone, Juju?
basically, I don't think a lot of people
can we see it
understand.
with you?
I'm talking,
No, we're not talking at
Nasir.
the same time. We ain't
Okay.
talking.
Jesus. I don't think people understand that the government will attempt to, but science definitely tries to say proactively. Hence why they use GOF. If you don't like GOF, that's not my problem. That is a part of science, especially in virology. All you got to do is look it up. And they've been doing GOF on lots of stuff, so that's nothing new. And they also have like what you call a fail-safe or a parameter to contain GOF, right? You should understand that. But Dark Winter, it was a scenario. It was done by John Hopkins Civilian Biodefense Studies, and it wanted to gauge our readiness if there ever indeed was a type of biological warfare. Except for this was, bioterrorism. But this was with smallpox. So two different scenarios. Smallpox, we have a vaccine for that, right? We have remedies for that. COVID-19 is novel. We did not. So this scenario with Dark Winter 2001 would not have fit at all, or in any way measure accurately in a prediction to tell us how the COVID-19 epidemic would have went. One, it didn't have, when we started, it was novel. We didn't have a vaccine. A whole other scenario, a whole different type of readiness, preparedness that you need to be at. So it was based around the smallpox. It did show that we were not prepared. We were not ready for any type of bioterrorism on a large scale. And because of that, it enacted some things. Oh, dang, I lost it. But it enacted a law. So led to the creation of Project BioShield 2004, which funded vaccine stockpiles. But you got to understand, these is vaccines of diseases we already have the vaccines for. So I don't understand how that would fit in the scenario of COVID-19.
No, see, he was trying to say the dark winter meant what though, Nazi Lee?
You got to look at what both of them said.
No, I'm asking you, what are
Biden,
you saying the dark winter mean when they said it?
Okay, but
I
it
mean
just
what
means
it is.
it just means a pandemic event, and
Yeah.
that's why Biden said we're headed towards the dark winter, and Trump keyword said I don't think we're headed towards the dark winter. You think they just saying that for no reason?
Hold on.
I'm asking the question, Juju. When Trump said I don't think we're headed towards a dark winter, why is he
You
responding
saying the
to?
dark winter is what?
Why is
So
he responding to
a pen.
Biden's
Oh, wait.
Hold
usage
on, yo, they saying
of
the dark
dark
winter is
winter?
what?
I'm
A
sorry. I said,
pandemic.
why is Trump responding to the
No,
accusation?
no. What are you saying? A dark winter means?
It's a pandemic
Well,
event,
we
meaning
already
we're
was in a
headed towards
pandemic, though,
we're
yo.
head no,
We was
not to
already.
the
Can I,
degree that it had got.
can I have the floor for a
Not to
second?
the degree that it had got at by the end of 2020.
Can I have the floor for a second? You know that these pandemics and international outbreaks are studied. Their simulations are done. There was an actual simulation being exercise being conducted in Wuhan, in China, previous to the pandemic outbreak. These kind of terms are classifications. You see, the term is being used because of a study conducted by John Hopkins University. When they are briefing the presidents and the state senators, etc., they use these terms when they're explaining possible scenarios. So when they use the term dark winter, they understand what they are modeling. It's no conspiracy. You see, when the pandemic
Exactly.
arose,
Exactly.
terms when there is no conspiracy. When the pandemic arose, terms like social distancing, these are terms that are used in epidemiology. It's these standard terms that are used when you're explaining models. Like we use terms like vector. You would hear them use a vector. Doesn't mean it's a conspiracy. It means they're using the terms that are within the nomenclature of the type of event we're dealing with.
The paradigms and realms of their particular study. Yeah, Cedric on point.
Beautiful,
Hey, Cedric, I agree with that. Cedric, you killed it, big brother. I love that.
beautiful breakdown, Cedric.
Nile Valley Hebrew agree with that, Cedric.
Nile Valley Hebrew.
What's up, big dog?
Do you now understand that Operation Dark Winter is not a video game?
It sounds like a bunch of black ninjas that's cold. That's all.
I'm saying not if Juju's ready.
They got truth. No.
All right, man. You on some BS, bro.
Cedric just broke it down.
You're not trying to have a real conversation.
No, bro.
Never mind.
I am. Cedric just broke it down to you. It
I'm
couldn't be
saying
no more clear.
you said it sounded like a video game.
Yeah, but I know. I'm saying the way he was
Where you at, Juju?
Well, Cedric just broke it down. It's
I've been
plain
worked
simple. He broke it down
Oh,
for the layman to
You can't
understand.
read them.
I
He
mean,
broke it down for
really,
everybody to understand, so we have no ambiguity about it.
But I'm saying Juju,
just
but
said.
before he read that, before he broke it down, Juju explained the event.
No. It's two different. Hold on. We got it. Hold on. Hey, Juju, we got it.
It's a simulation, my guy.
She right.
There's no event.
Right.
I told you, y'all talking two different languages.
They call them
No, we're
events.
not. He's the one that
brought
brought up Dark Winter 2001. Him.
Yeah, he brought it up.
Yeah,
So
that's
hold
what
on.
I'm saying.
They call them events.
We're not talking about the thing. I'm telling you exactly what it was. He's trying to make it what it is.
Well, we
I know,
actually put the video.
That's what I'm
Hold on,
saying.
everybody,
Y'all
chill out.
talking
Hey, hold on for a minute. We actually put the video in the daggone thing. See? All right. Okay. So let's talk about what the phrase meant in that presidential debate. Okay. It say in the final presidential debate, October 22, 2020, Joe Biden used the term dark winter to describe the challenging period he anticipated the United States would face due to the COVID-19 pandemic. He emphasized the potential convergence of rising COVID-19 cases with the annual flu season, suggesting that without a clear, effective plan, the nation could experience severe health and economic hardships. That's what the hell he was meaning when he said that. Donald Trump responds. In contrast, President Donald Trump responded to Biden's assertion by expressing optimism. He stated, I don't know if we're going to have a dark winter at all. It say, we're opening up our country. Trump was wild. Trump aimed to reassure the public, suggesting that advancements in understanding of the virus and ongoing efforts to reopen the economy would prevent dire scenarios Biden described. Thus, the term dark winter became a focal point in their debate, highlighting their differing perspectives on pandemic's trajectory and the necessary measures to address it. All right, so we did that. So, okay. Yes, so they was talking, referring to a dog winner during the presidential debate. He also respectively referring to the pandemic event and challenging assertions with COVID-19. He used the term was meant to emphasize the severity and complexity of upcoming winter season, given the rise in infection rate, hospitalization, and potential strain on the healthcare system. Now watch this. The context of the meaning. Biden used dog winter to warn about the difficulty months ahead because of the COVID-19, suggested that without effective measures, the situation could worsen. We go down to Donald Trump. Donald Trump responded downplaying the severity, right, of Biden's prediction, arguing that the U.S. was reopening and recovering. And you come right here, historical operation. This is what you talked about. You trying to make them talk about that. They wasn't. Now, the phrase dog winter also refers to, this is what Juju was talking about, the 2001 bioterrorism simulation called Operation Dog Winter, which simulated the smallpox outbreak, right, to assess the U.S. government's response to the bio attack. This stimulation highlighted vulnerabilities in the public health infrastructure and emergency response systems. So that ain't had nothing to do with that, right? Come on, man. It says, yes, Biden's reference to dog winter was about a pandemic event focused on the challenging and dangerous COVID-19 winter. The term also carried a symbolic weight due to historical assertion of bioterrorism and what's this preparedness. Operation Dog Winter, adding a layer of gravity to his warning about the pandemic.
Why can't we
And he
just
said,
agree to
I'm
disagree,
saying,
man? Like, why does it
when
have
he,
to be like we had odds
when
against
he
each other
said,
over
he said we're
minor?
gonna open up our country. Said he was reading it. You was reading it. Then you stopped at
So
the
I'm gonna
part
make,
where he said we're
let
gonna
me
open
finish my
up our
point.
country. He
The
said
way you used,
that
the way
brother
you used it, yo, the way you used that, yo, was out of context, yo.
Did you see the summary?
Yes, yes, I agree with the summary.
Okay. The summary is saying exactly what I said.
No, the way you used it was wild.
They were using
The
this.
way you used it, come on, Nazi, at least stop. The way you did, I
Tell
like
me
the way.
tell me how I used it
No,
wrong.
let's not play the BS. You mentioned 2001, Dark Winter, and you said go read the article on that.
What was your
We're
point
not
you
If
was
you
trying
read
to
the
make?
summary, if you read the
I
summary,
know. What was the point
clearly
you were trying to
Oh,
make,
so
though?
always
that
read
is
this, read that. You've made us read 10 articles. What is your point?
we read 2 articles.
10.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. You trying to say what about the dog? You trying to say was a
Okay.
what? Go ahead. Watch.
So
Pull it together.
Trump, this is how you know Trump knew immediately when he used that term what he was referring to. Biden didn't give him a definition of what he meant. So Shadrick is right. Like behind the scenes, they're briefed on these events, current issues that are going on, etc. They're already briefed by the scientists or by their staff or what have you, because he immediately knew what he was referring to by saying,
No, they told you what he was referring to. It just said it held a double meaning.
yes.
Yeah.
So when I
Okay. So your
use the
point is
when I
what though? What's
say
the point?
when I say it has a double
No, how
meaning,
does relate back to business though?
Yeah, yo, come on, bro.
okay,
Tie it together.
we
We
gonna
ain't forget where he was at.
we
I
gonna
don't
Bro,
get
go
you
the
there.
don't
long
We
see
way
the
gonna
like
get
that.
feel
there.
of it.
We gonna get there.
So
So
none of this
then
makes sense,
another
bro.
key thing Trump said is that I'm opening up the borders.
Are we
God,
losing viewers because of him?
we had 6. Yeah, we was. No, we good. We almost back at 70.
Nah, we lost about 10, 15.
One because of Nazi.
Go ahead,
Go ahead,
Najee.
Nazi. Go ahead.
Let me get off
Okay,
mute.
so
Don't let it ride.
another key thing.
Cedric, you gonna co-host? I'm finna go work out. I can't.
Yeah,
do
go ahead. Juju's listen. I got it.
it.
Go ahead.
So you got another key thing that Trump said is
Mhm.
that I'm opening up the border, and this goes back to Juju's point. Now, I do have another article, but if
Slow
you
down,
type up,
slow down, my brother. Brother Najib,
go ahead.
When you say this leads to my next point, and when Trump said he's opened up the border, you're supposed to clarify what that means. Because when you say open up the border, this was based on international travel being suspended. So those borders was actually our airways primarily, because freight was still open to freight was still moving back and forth.
Just like the Panama Canal, Cedric.
Freight was moving back and forth, but you remember it was delayed. It was delayed
So
significantly because
my point is when Trump referred to the borders being opening, it was referring to our airways and international travel via
yes,
our airports.
I agree. I agree with the statement you just made. I appreciate the
Okay, go ahead.
context. So at the time he says that I'm opening up the borders. Now the reason why I'm bringing that up is because it goes back to, well, how did this spread? And I think if we look at the model of Cuba, it all makes sense how it spread it and how this mass spread occurred. If you remember, the first incident that we heard about, while I'm talking about this, pull up Cuba COVID-19 because we get to see their response. And I think Cuba is a great model that we actually need to study more in the scientific community because I agree with their vaccine schedule down there in Cuba. It's one of the healthiest places on the planet. Um, but pull up Cuba
What? You agree with their
COVID-19.
vaccine schedule? What?
I agree with their vaccine
Man,
schedule.
they make their own vaccine, yo. Yo, but
Sometimes
they
we can
make
overdo it, man. But that's my personal opinion. That's not nothing. Don't take me at my word. But that's
All
just
right,
me.
let me address this point though. Your whole thing about this vaccine, that vaccine is made the same way as all vaccine was. The difference was they use a safer technology. They even got safer for you. That's the difference, yo. They're better than the previous ones.
Yeah, I think
My
it's
goodness.
I think it's a technology which confuses people. Now,
Yeah.
no one today would think about sending a letter when you have an email address. Why would scientists go through the process of in vitro breeding animals, infecting them, getting the antibodies, having to refine them, then some being not degenerated properly, which can lead to live viruses. All of this we bypass by hijacking a natural system of the body. Our body produces proteins. Every cell can produce proteins. Our technology has advanced us to the state where we can actually isolate the active ingredient of a virus. So the same way we harness the active ingredients from plants to know exactly the working components, we can do that now with viruses. What we do then is we can reproduce this specific protein. And the way the body works, it tells you that we won't be able to mutate our DNA. Because once your body produces proteins that are alien, your body's natural immune response will kick in. So once you get a quote unquote the COVID vaccine, within 2 weeks, there is nothing left but IgG and IgM, which is your body's natural immune response, which your body now is able to encode quicker, the same way as if you were got naturally infected with a higher risk of dying, or you get another type of vaccine with higher risk of getting live viruses and less effective because your body produces these can reproduce these spikes or these specific proteins with almost 100% accuracy.
Greetings, people. Greetings.
So
I
again,
got some
it's
pushback to that,
ignorance.
Cedric, but I
All
It's
don't
right,
want to
hold
get
on. Let's get the
sidetracked.
next call again in. Let's take the next call again. Greetings. What's going on? What's on your
Yeah,
mind?
this is E to the great, aka E to the black to elect first, second, and third, all in one. What's happening, brother? Ankh and the panel. How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, you know who I am, brother. All right.
Is this Issa? Is this Islam?
This is the Islam. You're funny enough. Yes, that's me, brother. That's me.
Hell no, boy.
I've noticed that I had to push in because I've been waiting to be called up, but obviously this is something. I just wanted to say to brother Cedric, have you taken into account, number one, that our biological system has evolved over so much time to all of a sudden change it so quickly, where we have a new set of immunity responses to a new virus, so to speak. and how that affects the brain as well. And also, so that's the first point.
So
Because
stop. Let's take it point for point. Since you asked me to start, let's not.
Let me just finish this bit as well. So I want you
No.
It's part of it. It's part of it.
To answer this piece.
I know it's part of it, though. I want you to. I heard you, brother. I heard you. I understand.
So I'm not going to respond. If you continue.
All right, Mike, freeze the
Oh
conversation.
my gosh.
Freeze the conversation. Freeze
I'm
the
not
conversation.
giving you a
Hold
second
on.
point.
Everybody freeze.
Yeah.
You can't get fouled there, yo. The mumble jumble far too far. You made a good statement. You gotta stop right there. We gotta slow the conversation down. Seriously. Go ahead and answer that real quick, Cedric, then let them get back to it.
The whole idea of having an immune response is something that your body's been doing from the moment you were born. Every breath you take, you are invaded with foreign agents where your body has to respond to it by means of its immune system. Your immune system is a memory bank of infections that have occurred over a lifetime. Now, once the body or society gets attacked with a novel virus by zoonotic jump, it can have extreme effects before the virus itself harmonizes. No virus wants to kill its host too quickly. Why? Then it doesn't get a chance to reproduce. So a virus going to eventually harmonize. In the meantime, it can kill significant amount of people. We've seen that throughout history. With the advance of our medical technology over the last 200 years, we have developed things called vaccines. Vaccines reproduce simply what the body has been conditioned and trained to do and what it does on a regular, which is develop a defense mechanism from the invading factors around it. So the world wants to kill you, and your body is trained to deal with that. So there is no excessive effect or extreme effect other than natural when regards to this novel virus. You see the deaths that it caused, and the vaccine, which trains the body to fight these infections. No vaccine has ever been developed that prevents infection or doesn't make you to some degree sick. The thing is, it doesn't allow you to end up in the hospital or die. Your body has a better chance of fighting off the infection once encountered. Now you can have the second part.
And this is why you should have let me finish, because I would only making 2 points: the increase in ADHD on autism, and that's what my point was in regards to the effects on the brain.
Hold on, what, yo? Hold on, the what? The what?
Huh?
The what?
Increase in ADHD and autism. Yeah,
two
autism.
Different things.
Yeah, they're two different things. But they relate to the brain and dopamine.
The increase of where? From where? The increase of what? From where?
So throughout the history that we know about these brain conditions, if you look at how much is multiplied amongst the people, it's really increased in the last, I think, 10 years.
Oh, not because of you ain't saying because of vaccines, are you? Let me add this in real quick, yo. It is increased because our ability to understand it and actually, what's the word I want to use?
Diagnose.
Yes, diagnose. Yeah, there you go. Yes. That's why it increased, bro. But go ahead. Why you think it increased? Go ahead.
Okay. Exactly. That's why I wanted a response. So my point was, you're saying diagnose it, but we're talking about behavior. So they've diagnosed this type of behavior for over 40 years, bro. So there's no real issue in diagnosing.
It's not true.
Autism?
No, I'm trying to tell you, yo, ADHD and all that stuff, they just got better at diagnosing it, man. Come on, yo.
Hold on, wait, brother, wait. The
explanation. What are you saying is going on? No, what are you trying? Are you trying to say vaccine? Hold on. I don't gotta wait. Are you trying to say the vaccines got something to do with that? Just get to it.
That's what I'm putting on the table, brother.
Oh, you ain't putting it on the table. Ain't no table for that.
Where's some literature?
Yeah, get some literature. There ain't no.
There is.
Source up an article. We want to see some literature. Just the homework, source up or shut up. You know that, right?
There's no issue for shut up. I'll put that to Cedric because of what he said.
That's our slogan, dear.
That's the slogan, bro.
Source
that's
up
fine. That's fine.
That's what we said. So do you have a research paper?
Pseudo alert. The alarm system has went off. We detect a pseudo.
I asked the question.
You're under arrest.
Alarm.
Okay.
Pseudo vaccines and anything with autism. I got a whole you got thousands and thousands of studies that say that read the work by Peter Hotez that vaccines did not cause my daughter's autism. That's the name of the daggone book, bro. You made that up. There is no scientific evidence that ever said that. As a matter of fact, your main man that's at the HHS these days, he's the one to keep promoting that nonsense and foolery.
He sent him.
Listen carefully, brother. Listen. Brother, listen.
Wait a minute, my brother. Let me respond to your inquiry and your claim. First of all,
it wasn't a claim. It was a question. That's the difference. That's what I'm saying. My actual claim.
Question. You made a statement.
No, we don't like the way you do
it. What was the statement?
You made a rhetorical statement.
It was completely arbitrary.
Yeah.
Because
I asked a question to Cedric.
Can I answer you? First of all, your assertion of a connection between an increase in ADHD and autism and vaccines is completely without evidence and therefore can be dismissed without evidence. It is completely arbitrary.
I appreciate that.
Calm down. Furthermore,
Do you have ADHD?
I do. And autism.
Okay, bro. Slow down. Like I already explained, our ability to diagnose these symptoms with ADHD and autism, for example, we now use autism. We see autism as a spectrum, and as we continue to develop, these things are going to be refined more. Right, that's just a matter of fact. Before children on the spectrum were considered to be retarded, etc. We continue to refine our technology and our ability to diagnose these cases, and that's why we see an increase, especially with regards to people being on the spectrum. Right, you will see an increase in autism. And there is absolutely no link between autism and vaccines. Again, the mechanisms at play would mean that we all would have autism because all our bodies produce IgG and IgM, which are agents which attack and deal with your body's invaders. Right? So to say that something that triggers your natural response fuels autism means that autism would be at a much higher rate because natural infections trigger your immune system. So even based on your arbitrary assertion, I am using hard facts to prove that assertion cannot be made. So please do not continue along this line of questioning.
I have a question.
Yeah, so
I have a question.
Based on that model, Cedric, it can't be. He's wrong based on the model.
I know you hear me speaking. Dang, are you serious?
Sister, I'm not talking
I don't care.
No, she's actually a host, bro. She's a host, bro. You gotta calm down.
Right, but she gotta care though. She said she don't care.
You
gotta care, Juju. You gotta at least care.
I gotta care.
You said you gotta at least care. You said I don't care. You gotta at least
care. No, I don't care. I
don't. That was funny.
Care for what?
I don't know. That was funny.
Anyway, Cedric, so can you explain what is a HGG? What are those proteins? Are those considered cytokines? That's my question.
There is a cytokine reaction that takes place. These are produced by T cells as well. You have the CD4 and the CD8, which produce interleukin and also produce cytokines. For example, cytokines are the first reaction that takes place before the IgGs and IgMs are produced. These are the immunoglobulins that actually model the virus and shuts it down, which they form like a synthesis which renders denaturalizes the virus itself. But the cytokines are these initial responses which corral around the virus and produce these heavy mucus. For example, with COVID virus, what would happen? People would die of pneumonia, or they would drown from the excess cytokine production from the initial production around their lungs. Right, you would get a high cytokine
because of no vaccine.
Because of no vaccine, right? With the vaccine, your body already has IgM floating around, which detects the virus at a much earlier rate, which produces the IgGs, which will attack the virus directly, which reduces the cytokine and these other responses. So you're absolutely right. Thank you.
Cedric, so it wasn't a point, and I explained to you why, because my personal other theory is
stop. I'm not entertaining your personal.
No. All right, forget you. I'm saying the point is for those that are listening.
Did you say your own personal?
Yeah,
no,
like,
listen.
No.
Brother, wait. What you, Cedric? What you? So we with rituals, right? With firm rituals as part of our culture. Which, if we look at how the system has changed so much, we can then relate that those people that it really stuck to their nature of their brain functioning, they would appear to be the ADHD, autistic type people. So I'm saying there's several theories that I have, but that wasn't even the main point. I was going to get to CRISPR, and then to answer the actual question of the.
We're talking about vaccine.
You talking about what?
He was gonna get.
No, I know.
Oh,
Let's talk. Yeah.
I think it just got a little dirty.
You know CRISPR, bro?
Hey man, we not bringing up.
You don't know about CRISPR? Come on now, brother.
Gene editing, bro. We know what the heck CRISPR is.
Oh, you know what it is?
Conversation. You just throwing stuff at the wall at this point, bro. That's what
okay,
brother. Grabbing. The hard lever program and
listen, brother. I hear you. What right. So my actual point. My actual point was.
Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. You're overexcited. I know the alarm system must have scared you a little bit. You know, breathe. Take your time. I know the super alert kind of got you a little shook up. That normally happens when the pseudo start and that thing go off. It kind of get them. So calm down, brother. Take it.
Okay.
What is your
here you go.
While listening?
Right.
All over the place. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Does anybody know what he's talking about? He's been talking like 30 minutes.
Brother.
I just addressed his autism claim, and now he's gone to
the actual, what I was waiting for was if the vaccine topic was going to finish, because I answered the question, why misinformation sticks so hard in the black community? And my answer to that was because we don't focus on psychology. That was my actual point. Yeah?
You are over the place.
No. I've made it clear. Vaccine. My question for Cedric was separate. It went on too long. Yeah.
All right, you saying we don't go over the psychology. So what would your psychology be?
Okay.
What in the hell would make you say CRISPR, vaccines, autism in the same sentence?
ADHD.
And ADHD, what in the hell is going on?
I'll explain. It was something which.
What in the hell is going
You were talking about the vaccines. You were talking about the vaccines.
Just said autism. ADHD.
What is talking? Who the hell is that talking? Who the heck is that talking?
Let me get in here and talk to this man for a minute. Let me tell him something here. Get serious. Stick to the wall. I just know it. I had to come from the depths. I come from the planet. Get the pseudos. Whenever I hear them pseudos talking, I come on down, man.
Let's
Check
see.
this out, man. I know you from back in the day.
Psychology. Don't forget psychology.
What in the world?
This
Did
is
this
why.
man just say that the misinformation sticks hard in the black community because of
This
something?
I'm talking. What?
It stick
What's
because
going
of
on?
people like you. We don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Is it okay to
We
you
ain't
speaking?
figured it out yet.
What the heck is
That's our
that?
regular scheduled programming. Cannot believe it. What are we listening to, man?
What the hell? Okay. You ready? You ready? Now,
This is a science-based channel, sir. You can't get that off of here. You got alarms going off. You got the voice from beyond coming to get you.
I understand there's anxiety here, and there's a feeling of the need to prove that you know something. Now, my point was psychology. Psychology. Ask the question there, brother. Wait. The question: why misinformation hits so hard in the black community, right? And I'm suggesting it's because we do not focus on the subject of psychology in relation to our people. I agree, all the other subjects are important, but the main focus needs to be psychology.
We're talking about
Okay? You ask the question, there you go.
You
Just
went
make
from
sure that you keep that in your
you went
community.
from autism and
Because you were talking about the vaccines.
to psychology.
I get what you're trying.
Hold on.
You're trying to switch it. Hold on, let me help you out. You trying to shift?
That's what you were
trying to
talking
shift
about. I
the
literally
psychology.
said that when I came in.
I keep staying. I'm just gonna go. I
literally said that when I came in.
No.
You all are talking about vaccines.
You get me in that mood, and I just gotta stay because.
Oh my God!
I know what you're trying to do, Islam. I'm playing with you. I see what you're trying to do.
Because I wanted to change the subject.
I'm with you. I'm on your side.
I thought it was rude to just come in and change the subject. So I then thought, you know what? Let me throw something on the subject. Now, if you lot are willing,
now we're gonna hold on. We need a moment of silence to clear all that out of our head. Hold on, everybody be quiet.
In his community.
What was it?
I'm dying.
What the?
I'm trying to clear our head, man. We're trying to clear our head. Okay, now let's move on to what you're trying to talk about. You're trying to say it's we don't deal with the psychology of our people enough. That's what you're saying, right?
I'm saying in every conversation that we have, right?
Okay.
Whether it be economics, whether it be cults, whether it be conspiracy theories.
Okay.
We generally, it seems, do not focus on the things that let's say you do, because when you come with what was it? Black atheism.
Yeah.
God killer, right?
Yeah.
One of the things I always respected about you was that you evolved with your ideas, you know, what you believed in, then you thought about them, and then you seem to have hit the nail on the head with the main problem is our belief in the concept of God, and then that governed all the other foolishness. That's how I saw you and respected you from years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so what I'm saying is,
go ahead.
So what I'm saying is
different
that we've kind of got a lot of in the mishmash where, how can I put it?
You know, we do brain shows though, right? We deal with
I don't know how to put it.
The brain shows. Go ahead.
Okay, you do brain shows. I agree, but
with all the all the what's it called?
No, don't get him off the point. Let me make this correlation.
Can we
No,
correlate
no,
the psychology? Can we
please
correlate
let
the
him make the
psychology?
correlation stick.
Sophistication
Don't
of
let
my
him
Can we make a
go.
correlation?
Yeah,
What are you talking like?
You stick on the psychological.
correlation stick. Wait a minute.
Exactly.
I'm trying to.
Get back.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Let's
Alright,
get
go ahead.
back
Finish
to
what
it.
you're
You
saying.
said
Yeah, I'm
Bobby
messing
Bear
with
Okay,
you.
okay.
how
Thank
religion
you.
affects everything they do, and you were going to juxtapose that to go.
No, I said God. I didn't say religion. I said God.
The
God,
psychology,
whatever.
but
Go.
it
No.
takes
Okay. One of the
about
things is,
autism
Please,
and
I need
vaccine.
this good
hold
laugh.
on.
Please let him
One
go,
sec.
Cedric.
One of the
catch
things
it,
is
bro.
listening skills. I didn't say religion. I said the God
And I
concept.
corrected myself. God, and I
Yeah,
continue.
no, I know. And I'm saying listening skills in general. So my point is, when I say God, we're talking about the concept in the
So get your
mind.
thoughts together. We're gonna do this for a
Brother,
minute.
I'm just making, let me know. Right, so I'm saying, when we have a program, if we look at it, if the brain is a computer, right? The brain is a computer, okay? It has a program of God. Now you've got various different definitions and concepts around this concept of God, which can determine your behavior for success or failure, depending on who you are, right? Now we've taken on various concepts of God, cultures, all kind of different things, and this is our main problem, is that we might jump from, let's say, disbelieving in God and become an atheist, not talking about you, Ankh, but then we jump to another culture, another bunch of concepts which make us act and think in the wrong way. Do you understand? And I'm saying once we get that correct, then all of this stuff will be easy. So when we have our brother, what's the one that
brother, you need
horribly.
to condense your arguments a little bit more. If you want to have a conversation, you make a point, right? And then that point is addressed. You don't, from the moment you start to reach to conclusions and do as if we agree with these premises, it causes for a flawed conversation. For I don't agree with 99% of what you just said.
Brilliant. But I gave an example. So me just saying that caused a misunderstanding.
All right, hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute, Issa. It's time to take a break. We got to catch our breath. Man, I want y'all to catch this Zoom event right here. Okay? We didn't drop the link. Show some support. Interviews with the experts. All right? Dr. Samaka Keita. All right? Bioanthropology. It's coming on. The conversation, man, at high levels, man. Y'all know what it is. You know what it is, man. We're going to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours with this man doing what we need to do. Get your questions together. Get it ready. Man, share the link with your friends, man. And we're going to have a great evening with the expert right here, man. Man, support the war chest, man, to get us in the game, man. Need your support. All right, we're doing our thing. And let's sell some of these tickets, man. Y'all support, man. We here. We're here to make sure we get conversations at high levels with the experts. That's why it's certain language we don't want to use, man. We want to make sure that these platforms is ready for these African Americans, man, to do their thing, man. We got a couple of them scheduled, man. What I'm saying is, man, let's do this thing. We want these brothers to want to come over here. We want these sisters to come over here to know that we're serious, right? So we are serious about our learning and our information, and we want to make sure y'all support the brother, man. We want to make sure he get a good check because he deserve it, bro. All right? Yeah, man, that's it right there. Interviews with the experts, man. I dropped the link right there. Make sure y'all support it. We like to have fun over here, man. And, you know, we're going to keep the dialogue flowing and going, man. So that's what it is. Go ahead, Issa. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but you need to
Dr. Shomarka Keita. I like that. All my kids' names starts with S. So that Shomarka is there. That's beautiful. I like it.
Okay. So as I was saying to Brother Cedric, when you said condense it, the point is, when I say a main point, you'll go off on all kind of tangents of where you think I'm going. So that's why I gave you the extra bit. One sec, brother. That's why I gave you the extra bit so that you would see the leaning and you can respond to the angle at which I'm approaching it. Do you understand?
By the time you finish with all that mumbo jumbo psychobabble nonsense, It is nothing to respond to. Let's start about everything is rooted in psychology. We do the brain show, and so we understand that the exercise that we as pseudo killers entertain, we are nerds. The brain doesn't like to think. So the fact that we do this on a regular means that we do something that the brain actually that is counterintuitive, and science in itself is counterintuitive. Let's get that out of the way. You started to talk about the different concepts of God, and then you said something about atheism, and it was not really you was not grounding what you were saying, right? And your correct or incorrect way of thinking about a God is going to form the foundation for everything else. So let's bring it back. Let's bring it. Is there a correct? Let me ask you a question. I just said bring it back, right? So where do I want to bring it back to before you start saying so? The art of conversation. So I'm bringing it back. So when is there a correct definition of a God?
Yes, of course there is.
And what would that be?
The word itself in the original language that formed it. That's pretty obvious.
Stop. We understand that a given agency to things, deifying nature and proposing supernatural agency is something that is endemic to human beings throughout history. So, at which point in time is there an original or a one form of a God concept?
Right. So you just bobbed up there, and that's the problem when you think you know it, is that you said deification and supernatural agency. Who told you that all the concepts are supernatural? Exactly. You got that right. And that's what I was saying about your assumptions in psychology. If you focus on the mind, you have to then focus on linguistics.
Can you answer the question?
Well, you have to rephrase the question because the premise is wrong.
No, answer the question.
So
the premise is wrong. I'm correcting him, and then you have to rewrite the question.
Deification of nature, right, is not supernatural. It's deification, though, and supernatural agency. So I mentioned both things next to each other. So your ability to understand may be compromised, but I actually mentioned all the concepts, which doesn't have to do solely with supernatural. A river can be made. You can make a river divine, or you can make a tree divine. You can make the sky divine. You can make the sun divine. These are all natural concepts, right? That is nothing supernatural about these agencies. So again, I fully understand these concepts. Now, again, you claim that there was an original concept or God name.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I said in the original language, meaning whichever people,
what is
their terms, whichever people, wait. In any language that they formed the idea of
monogenesis of human.
Wait, no.
Hey man, listen, this is what
concept. So if their God concept comes from Arabic, you look for it Hebrew.
We're in the next phase. Hold on, we're in the next phase of the conversation. We talking about God. Hit the daggone link.
Dang, how we get them from God back to God, and he still hasn't made a coherent point.
Yeah, I'm trying to get.
I know it's something. That's what I'm saying. Psychology.
It was psychology.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Now it's
I know it's expanding your mind. It's expanding your mind. I know. I understand. It's hard for you, and this is why you have to be open-minded and receive. So that's what we're saying, Brother Cedric. In each language, as long as it's original. So as long as the term that they use for God is from their own language, the definition and meaning is understood and rooted in their own language. So if we made up a new concept now, we don't need to get it from elsewhere.
How are you defining something as original? You can't even give us the
original. But I didn't say original. That's what I'm saying. You don't understand. You didn't. You missed it.
Original.
No, in the original language. Yes, their language. So if it's in Arabic, if they got it from Arabic, the definition is to be found in there. If they got it from Hebrew, if they got it from the ancient Egyptian language, as long as you haven't got it
Got it
from
from all
another
of
language
them.
and then
How do you-
redefined it. It's very simple.
Got it from
You're
all of them.
confused. You're confused how words are used.
Oh my, brother, I know about that. Just listen. Stop trying to teach me linguistics and the evolution of languages. I'm saying
the definition of a word. The definition of a word is how it is
So
used.
do we think? Do we hold on for a minute? Do we actually think people can understand what we're saying at this point?
No.
Right. I think people that are listening, rather than trying to attack what I'm
yelling,
saying,
hold on,
understand.
listen. Hold on for a minute.
Because he sounds
me
like
do
a
this.
baboon.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did she say?
You're
did she say?
saying
A bonobo.
Oh, okay.
Great ape. A monkey.
Who, you?
Chimpanzee.
You?
Man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all calling each other.
Is that why you can't understand me? Boo boo.
Screaming. Bring it down. My
Bring
God.
it down. Listen. So basically,
on your mic, bro.
Listen.
Yeah.
You're trying to say. I don't even know what you're trying to say.
That's what I'm trying to get clarity.
You know what? Unkh's actually in Ankh. Let me talk to Ankh. One second.
You said about God. Hold on. You trying to say that God is right? No, hold on. Hold on. You said God was original, right? You said
no. Ankh, just listen. Just listen.
What you say? All right, go ahead.
Ankh, listen carefully, right? I'm saying if we use words for God that have come from other language and culture. So, for instance, English has got its concept of God from another language, right? No, because you keep getting it wrong. But I'm saying if you go back to your original language and whatever those people in that language called it, that's what it means. If you go to another language, whatever they used for their concept of God, that's what it means for them in their language. So this whole idea of one concept, the original language, that's not what I'm talking about.
Over and over. Stop. That is
but you missed it.
Stop. Me disagreeing with you doesn't mean I missed anything. Now I'm going to rebut your claim. A word used in any particular language or any particular time in history, the word has only the meaning that is used in that context. You cannot now say we have a definition of a word, we use it this way, but it doesn't mean this, and we can't mean this because it comes from this language and it meant that over there. That makes no sense.
Okay, so let me educate you.
Stop. Let me finish.
You keep getting it wrong, man.
Hey, man, listen. I tell you what we're gonna do. Finish it off, and we're gonna get up out of here. We won't get that wrong. All this God talk is.
All right. Anyway, as I was saying,
what you saying? What's the definition? The definition of whatever a person make it. Remember?
That's it. Done.
I agree. I'm saying we have a study of etymology and philology. So
etymology doesn't work like that.
Let me finish. Etymology, theology.
You cut me off. I didn't finish. Shut up now.
You shut up, man. You're getting it wrong. You ain't intelligent enough for this conversation.
Wow.
God
damn. You know what, man? We don't gotta argue that, man. We actually arguing over God, yo.
Exactly. It's linguistics, brother. Linguistics. That's what it is.
God is
we are not using the language we're using because we need to refer back.
Hey, it was a great show, man. Great show, y'all. Got the organ. Had to cut some of this out, man. I can't have all this argument, man. Great show, though. Great ideas. But a pseudo going to their source, yo. All day. Appreciate you each for coming through, man. Surgical Taker, man. Pseudo Killer Official, Nazi, and Lee, my main man. Man, and my co-host Juju. Big up to the crew, man. Big up to y'all, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. We keep it cool around here. Kick door low. We can't even give Kick door low a wrench because he kick him out. From then to now, man, I see you, man. Now, really, Hebrew, we see you, man. Hey. Big up, man.
Hey. Hey, Ace, you gonna come back, man? I know you be back, bro. Some late night shows, man. A druid drummer, man. Hey, Rock City, New York. Hey, pseudo gonna die at their source, though. That's all the time. Man, it's Friday, man. We went through some material, man. We're gonna see what part of the show make the cut. I think we definitely gonna cut that first part out. It was a little bit uncomfortable for me. A little bit too much there. Hey, not attacking individuals.
This is long time coming right here. Let them know that we right there, running neck and
Right there.
neck with all other communities. We will not be left behind.
Man, we're not attacking on individuals. We're attacking the methodology, man.
And the
Right there.
information.
All day, every day. Man, I'm your host, co-host Juju, good Juju, bad Juju. Appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Hey, and with that,